Hey guys, welcome to a solo off the edge. Maybe have a guest, maybe not. Lefty might jump in. Can you guys hear me? Because last time I started this stuff, I had my little table cam up and y'all couldn't hear me. Colby, can you hear me, brother? Stephen Wallace, what's up? Greg, channel member. Colby's also a channel member. I assume you guys can hear me. Awesome. I don't have the fancy Apple throw my fingers up and make cheesy lights behind me, but we could probably come up with some pyrotechnics. How is everybody doing? What is up, Crazy Roach? I'm going to go up and greet everybody here in a second. I'm just going to start at the bottom of the chat and just try not to get way behind. Hey, Bluetooth Blaze, Spencer226, what is up? Welcome, guys. Colby and Brother Jim Miller, channel member. Brother Marco's a channel member. Welcome, guys. And congratulations on everybody who won last night. I have not sent that out today, but I will send it out Monday. And my grail didn't come today, but it'll also come Monday, or one of my grails. Hey man, channel member, what's up? Brand new American channel member, what is up? Paul Mills, channel member in Demonoc 13, Bluetooth Blades. Guys, I love all of you. And I'll just tell you, I'm kind of stoked to have a low-key night to try to keep up with the chat. And I have a couple things to talk about and to show you guys, but mainly just see what's on everybody's mind, what's going on, how everybody's doing. You know, that's what it's all about. And I'm here for as long as y'all want to be here. I don't know if y'all saw, Jody went live at 4 o'clock. I missed about half of it because I was out running errands for my dad. But you do what you got to do. All right, I'm going to get back up here where I can. Josh Worth, you be careful, buddy. I was doing that today for the first half of Jody's video live. You just drive, man. You listen. Everybody has their group hellos. Mind Milton channel member, what is up, buddy? I think Mind Milton might have been a winner. I can never remember, but I've got it. The good news is, because I know my memory's so lagging, I've got my little leather field notes book that I record stuff in. And we'll record a little something tonight that I really hadn't planned on doing, but I think it'll be cool. And guess who's going to fuck with me? That, y'all, is Chippy. So what I will probably have to do in the next 10 minutes, if she continues to protest, because she'll come lay on top of the knives, I'll probably have to go there and slip her some Sheba. But I apologize, guys. Hopefully the filter will keep her meows down. Crazy Roach, yeah, I do hope everybody's having a good weekend. I've had a totally low-key weekend. It rained today. I thought that I might have a couple that, of course, USPS always gives you a optimistic, and I wasn't expecting the Grail at all. But there was another one that I ordered. I don't know if I told y'all. I've recently, not recently, because back in the Jason Brown auction, I won a quiet carry waypoint. It was my first quiet carry. I've got it in a case over there. I love it. And I'm going to do a little overview on my quiet carry collection when this next one comes in. But then I picked up, because of the suggestion of a brother, one of my Instagram buddies, who had picked up two, and he had one to get away, that he wanted to get rid of. And what I didn't like about the 9 initially was all visual, because for me, quiet carry had always kind of been clean tie or dark tie. But I took a chance on this. It turns out I think this is my Carter, but one of the best actions, best blade geometries, 20 CV. It's a great knife, right? So I've been, over Black Friday, being a knife addict, I've been browsing a lot of different websites. And every now and then I'll go to a maker's website, Tactile Turn, always go to TRM, even though I've got everything they make except the titanium shadow, but they're making more cool stuff. But I came across a knife that Trusty, who's a good friend of mine, stay with me at the Late Show 2022. Um, Watch this. She's just gonna fucking lay there. She's gonna sit there and lick her twat on my nose. But anyway, I'd heard that he had a really bad experience with this knife. But this is the later generation, right? This is the quiet carry drift. They didn't have any large drifts in stock at the time. But for me, I don't think the large drift would necessarily be a win because this knife, for me, is what Christine, Women Carry Knives, someone I love very, very much, her Peter. This is a medium knife, so it's a cross between a small and a medium, and it fits my hand really well. A little bit smaller than a bug apple. It was much thinner than I expected. It's Van X, so it's under their Ocean series, which allegedly means it's rust proof. Guys, you know me, I'm not beating my knives up. I'm not using them as hard as I should. This little guy has been an absolute joy. Now, it's not cheap. In the texture tie, this was 310 bucks. But I'd always wanted one that felt like I took a valid chance because Tri-State had a bad experience with it, and I trust his judgment when it comes to knives. But anyway, fast forward to Black Friday. I think this had come in. I think I just unboxed it, and I was on Quiet Carry site, and they had a banner. Let's see if it's still there. And guys, I have no affiliation with Quiet Carry, but this is a knife that I've seen right off the bat. Probably the first Quiet Carry I'd seen. It's an OG one, and it was on Black Friday sale, and it was half price. And I took a chance on it. I haven't got it yet. It's supposed to be here. It was supposed to be here today. It's in Huntsville, where I live, but it'll be here Monday. Let's see if they still got the tie had sold out now. Well, let's see. Yep, they've still got the black titanium. This is the one I got. It's a black titanium, very simple, understated flipper. But this is a scaled up version, 3.34 inch blade, 4.4 inch body length, overall 7.7, super thin grind, hollow point, that's my accordion slip. Hollow grind, it does have stainless steel hardware, stainless steel lock insert because it is a liner lock, M390. I think for 149 bucks from Quiet Carry with the type of detail that they put in their knives, I only share this because I care about you guys. And whether you do or you don't, that's totally up to you. But I know there are a few left. Now, this one was not on sale. But again, this one led me to their site, which 7 days later led me to that little IQ. And the other thing I did, talk about renovating an old knife. And I did a knife today, or a knife review, not a review, kind of a concept video, which I'm kind of coming up with more of, trying to think of how to make knives because I don't take in a lot of knives. What's up, Chris? And I don't do a lot of the normal type of reviews. I just kind of go through my collection, why I bought what I bought, like this, which is just absolutely me being crazy. And if anybody is on the market for the most overbuilt, slicey jungle knives, shovels, egg fryer, and absolute chopper. I'm going to do some chopping videos with this in my bamboo forest in the backyard. Great knife. It's just something that was kind of expensive. I marvel at it because somebody made it, and that's why I buy a lot of knives. that are kind of more design oddities than what you would consider to be your everyday knife, because I appreciate the refined design of some of these new young makers and what they're bringing to the game. Um, Again, to me, it's just a journey, right? I think my first knife that I ever bought was a not a Sin Cut, a CRKT CEO off Late HQ. And it was after watching when COVID first started. We hadn't been locked down yet, but I watched a couple of MC videos. I think I caught a couple of other videos. And for some reason, the CEO seemed like something for me getting back in it. And I was like, okay, it can work like a pen. I bought it before it even arrived. I was watching more videos because I was starting to kind of get into it. And I ordered a denim micarta penguin, OG penguin, because this is back in 2021, early 2021, maybe late 2020. And people were talking about the penguin. And then I ordered a Savigi. So I can remember getting all these budget knives and eventually buying my first tool roll, which was a Blade HQ, because I was buying a lot of stuff in Blade HQ and Knife Center because I didn't know any better. But, and there's nothing wrong with them. But I was buying some knife rolls, trying to keep my stuff organized. And then I made the mistake of buying my first Apache case because it was so expensive. Little did I know, my brain, the way I work, which is not normal. I hope you guys, I know some of you deal with it, but I'm not encouraging it. It had spaces in it, right? So I was immediately having to fill that case. And I always had my Blade HQ 12 roll like overflow. But then it would get filled, and I thought, well, for $35, I can buy another Apache case. I'd buy it, I'd plug it, I would use what's it called? Plastic dip. Spray it. I do a bunch of coats so it makes it harder. Not quite like now packs, but it makes it stronger. Um, Long story short, I have 4 Apache cases then, and I don't plan on ever buying another one. But I also have the Blade HQ. You know you're a knife addict if extended joke tool roll that hangs on the back of my bedroom door. It hangs from floor to ceiling. I think it has 148 slots, and I keep 6 blades back there. Dude, it's full. I've got knives, and these are all knives I bought. I don't have anything to get sent in. I do have a few giveaways that still have to go out. But these are knives, and I had to buy this just for slip joints and other stuff. I've got a problem. But my point was, I went, and the first thing I did was reached out to Brian because this is an EDC specialties. This is an EDC specialties Jaeger that I bought on the secondary market from a buddy of mine in Huntsville who is the buyer from St. Nick's. And we just happened to be over at St. Nick's, and he picked up this knife and another Jaeger at the drop because he's a big Jaeger fan. Both of them are flipperless, which is what I was interested in, but he didn't really want the black blaze. So when he sold it to me, it was like new. But if you guys know the kind of mess up in this knife, which they totally remedied, I just wasn't the original owner. This knife was supposed to ship with black hardware, black clip, and a black back spacer to tie into the black blade. But it shipped with satin hardware, satin clip, and a satin backspacer. So this is 2 years after I bought it, guys, because this is one of my favorite knives that I don't carry much anymore because I'm constantly buying stupid shit that I don't need. The sight pump, Chris, you should say that. That was a zero I was just showing. But I went and bought all 4 sets of pivot collars and the aluminum or the titanium scales. I've got the Cypher, not the Cypher D. I went back to buy the Cypher D, and that's when I bought the Zero. I reached out to Micaiah, and told him, look, guy, I really like the detail of the Cypher D, and I'm getting ready to buy a Cypher, or I like the detail of the OG Cypher here. It came with carbon fiber scales, but I don't know with it being a button lock if I'm going to like zero. He's like, trust me, John, try it out. It's my other design. Him and his dad designed these knives together. And so I picked up the zero. And I'm not a big button lock fan, and this is not my jam. But what you notice is super thin, perfectly centered, and 390 blade. Only one way to deploy it, which is a flipper. And I do not do flipper only deployments. Two of my top detent knives, maybe three, were flipper only. But this little guy, and it's not as crisp as a knife with a traditional detent. But when you push this button, it flies open and it locks like a champ. And it's a super thin M390 blade with an absolutely neutral handle that folds into the pocket. And when you carry it, it is a deep carry clip. But to me, it does not look like a knife. And this knife, to me, again, I know y'all can probably tell me 10 knives that look like it. I've never seen anything really like it. So I'm one of those guys that will sometimes buy, I always buy stupid shit. Top guy, what's up? Top car, what's up? All right, you're going to go out tomorrow and print labels for the giveaways that are piled up right here. You're still in a blue box. I got your message and know how we're going to do it. But back to my story. So, and then I'll quit and we'll talk in the chat. So Brian Brown, I emailed him and I said, hey, bud, and not to take anything away from my buddy in Athens who works in St. Nick's, he reached out to me when I was still at Spectrum and he said, hey, man, EDC Specialties and Brian Yeager reached out and they're going to send down some black hardware for anybody that wants it. Would you like me to grab you a set? And I was like, absolutely, dude. It's no big deal. Grab me a set. We didn't talk. I'm sure he either forgot about it or he did it and it could be sitting at his house. I know how that goes, right? So I reached out to Brian. This has been 2 years. And I was like, hey, buddy, I was just on your site and I have a V3 is getting ready to come out. I've got a V2 and I noticed that you got black hardware as I'm clicking through the parts. You don't have any black backspacers, but you've got all these individual parts. I don't know exactly how many to order, and it seems like it'd be really expensive. I've got a V2 Jaeger, it's an EDC Specialties. Can you just kind of help me figure out what I need to order, and let me know if you have any black backspacers, because they did have black clips. He sent me an email back, and I've got it. He has no idea who I am. Not that I'm anybody, but he has no idea that I've met him at shows as a fan, as a knife guy, but I'm not a YouTube guy as far as he's concerned. And he reached out to me. He said, hey, John, I'm sorry. We don't have any more black backspacers, but I've put you together, and he gave me a code. I've put you together a hardware kit that'll get you the rest of the black hardware. I'm sure you can find a black backspacer from somebody who's probably changed it out to the Zerk or the Damascus. And I was like, cool, buddy, I appreciate it. I went to check out, guys, the charge on the hardware, which was a clip, pins, hardware screws, and there's something else. Maybe there were pivot collars too, black pivot collars. And cost me nothing. He charged me for shipping, and he's over in Tennessee, it seems like. So it was like $7 shipping. That's what my bill was. And I was like, Brian, thank you. I was above and beyond. I appreciate it. I always shout out good customer service, just like North River Outdoors. I try to buy everything from them because they give me such a solid and didn't need to. Small mom and pop. We sell good knives. Just saying. So anyway, I put it on after a struggle bus video, and I was going to leave the stainless clip-on or the stonewash clip behind the backspace, and it was bothering me. So I went back to Brian Brown's website, and I saw that I missed that he had his Zerk clip and his Zerk backspacer still in stock, and they weren't that crazy expensive. Howdy, Grumpy Grunt, Crispy Critter channel member. What is up, guys? I'm sorry, I'm just telling a stupid story. So I saw that these guys were on sale for they were $99. That's way too fucking expensive for a clip and a backspacer. I get it, but it was and I thought it might tie out the problem I was having by having a black clip and a stonewash backspacer. However, I didn't know that it was also going to come with Zerk pivot collar. So, long story short, after a 30-minute video that posted yesterday and the day before, I finally got it put together. I finally got the pivot collars out, did it all in one video, and now I'm carrying this knife and realize that most of the knives that we chase and that we want to buy, if you're not 100% comfortable buying it, or you're not buying it to feature on your channel and then sell it, we have great knives, guys. And I didn't bring any over here, but I did a review that's launching tomorrow morning, and I'm late to the game, and I have no affiliation with Savini except through the first brand that I really started collecting. Like I said, the third knife I bought was the Savini Elementum. And after that, I bought a lot of Savini knives. But I bought on Amazon last week the Quit It. I think that's how you pronounce it, the Savini Quit It. It's the real thin one. And the one I've got is black, has a black aluminum body, has a V10. Let me grab it. It's just plumb lazy for me not to grab it. The problem is not grabbing it. The problem is finding it amongst my pieces of knives. Stay with me, guys. Try to get this back where I can access it without dumping my knives. All right. So I was late to the game on this knife. I know everybody knows it's a good knife, right? I kind of quit buying because you can't buy everything. A lot of budget knives. I still try to bring in a couple of months to the channel. The ones that are getting some attention, or ones that I think, like Tucson's, are underrated a lot, or Max Ace, the Black Mirror, which is coming back from what I understand, watching another video, but the little meerkat, I don't have it here either. And the meerkat, not to go off on a tangent, but Max Ace, the only problem that Jared Days found with that knife was the clip. And he said the clip was kind of a deal breaker because it was short and he couldn't get it out of his pocket. And it had a little, like if you look at it from the side, it has a little nub on it. And within a week, 10 days, Max Ace put out a statement, and I'm sure it was because of Jared's video. I think they even had a conversation because Jared gives some feedback, which I think is strong, guys. I think Max Ace, within like 7 or 10 days, sent an email, not on the Black Mirror, because it's a good one, Jim, but on the Meerkat, that they were going to send anyone who's having problems with their clip a replacement. They only made it in the titanium body with the blue clip. And so all you had to do, the clip was free, but you did have to pay $12 for shipping from China, which I found fair. I bought it just to see what it was because it was tightening out of the pocket. I've got a video on it. I've got the old clip somewhere. I've got the meerkat over there. But it came apart, went together perfectly. It's about an eighth of an inch longer, but they totally redesigned the ramp. And it makes 100% difference going in and out of your pocket. It took about 7 days from when I ordered it from Max Ace in China, and it may have shipped out of California. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But companies that respond to things like that get a huge vote of confidence from me. And again, they don't want to get trashed. They want, I think a lot of them want to make good knives, which brings me back to this. This is the Civivi Quit. And there's so many knives like the CJRB, Pyrite that's so good. I could go on and on. Go back, and there's so many good budget knives right now. There's no need to get into higher end knives right now. If you're just using knives as a tool, you're cutting stuff, you're enjoying the hobby. I played in Civivis and Kaisers, which is what I and Best Tech, the cheaper Best Tech, where I had access to back in the day, 2 years ago, and I was just loving them, right? And then as you get into other knives, I think as you do in any hobby, you kind of evolve, right? But this little guy here, I've seen and heard, but to actually experience it makes a lot of difference. This is the black on black. It has got a thin. Let's just look at it next to Mercurium Atom. Mercurium Atom looks like a cold steel next to it, if I could hold it straight. The TRM atom is much thicker. Another knife I've been pleasantly surprised with how thin it is to apply carry drift. The Clivic is about half its thickness. Do you want to pry with this knife? Nah. Maddie, what's up, brother? I hope you're enjoying the egg fryer, my man. And this is not really a good example, but this is a slicer, little Dipco 20.5 that I was stuck by in Nashville. But the point is, I'm going to get on my knees, I'm using my foot, and I'm going to get this little piece of paper that didn't get caught when I was vacuuming today. I bought this on Amazon for, I think on Black Friday for 54. It was 63, and I think it's now 57. BG10. And I can go get some bigger paper and do crazy, cuts. But guys, this little knife for an EDC, why do I need any more? If I'm not trying this knife in cold steel or this knife in a fixed blade flashlight, I can't say enough nice things. What I can say about it that I don't like, and it's personal, I hate the bottle opener. However, I contest that so many people probably see it as an advantage. To me, I think it kind of figures up the scales. I think it's kind of cheesy. I quit drinking 8 years ago, so I'm biased. I wish it had. I kind of think of it as a Demco, and I pretend that there's a real big lock bar that it locks up to, even though I know it doesn't. Great knife. I'm still going to continue to, when I see a knife that interests me, like the Vision FG, which was and still will probably be my best budget that I've experienced, that I've bought in 2023, under $100. I'm still looking, guys. But I'll tell you, the mini Pyrite that came out in aluminum, I'm a big fan of this aluminum. I compared it to an American manufacturer. It's one of my favorites. They'll remain nameless, but I was amazed at the feel of the aluminum. I like titanium. It's a little heavier, but what Civivi, at least in the black, I know it's matte, is doing is just whether it's 53 or 63, and you're in the market for a bug out, it's still smaller than bug out, not much, or I'm trying to think of another just good EDC knife, a TRM, something that you want to be able to have that's very slicey. If you're like me, you like sitting in front of a big empty Amazon box, it's something you didn't need cane in, and your coupon book, the junk mail comes in, and you like to watch YouTube videos, sit in front of it, and therapeutically slice little pieces of coupon book into your box. This is a great tool for that. I was very impressed, and I could highly recommend it. Just so you guys know, are y'all familiar with this knife? Okay, so let's see if it'll do it. I'm trying to laser it, but I don't think it's going to be. I think the lights are going to kill us. Can y'all see that? Anyway, are y'all familiar with bench? Yeah, food diesel. I agree. I did buy this. Where I put it, and this is something that Jacob Wongler struck. I thought it was a very fair price, and I thought it was pretty ingenious. It's a little nasty. But it's this little guy right here. So it's got a bottle opener if I ever need it, right? If I want to open a Dr. Pepper. And it's got a little bit driver that is so well cut that it's actually very functional. But he sold out of slits that Troy made for the drop. I want to say they were $35. It was a Kickstarter to start with. I didn't get it on the Kickstarter. But I do want to get a thin, I might even try to make my first one, thin leather slit for this. Because to me, it's just kind of a cool, this is a can of, this is maybe a bottle opener too. I don't know. I just am a big fan of the Spanish PE, or the Vanquish PE, the variant PE, and the Vanish. I've got them both. I love them. But this is a cool little deal that kind of serves that same multi-tool purpose. But back to what I was curious about, are you guys familiar with that? It's not new. It's new. It's like new. But it's not one that a lot of people still love. This is the Finch Drifter, 154 cm, and it's comfortable with. And the shield glows in the dark. So I'm not going to turn off all my lights because I believe y'all will believe me. This little laser light from Meritech. I've recently picked up a big boy light, a FocusWorks 2 or 3, and I've got a FocusWorks 2 inbound. This little Meritech is the shit. Can y'all see the glow on that? I know it's kind of a, I think it's cool. But anyway, so since we're soloing it tonight, I'm going to give this inch in 154 cm because maybe somebody hadn't tried a finch. I've got about 11 of them. I used to collect every one. Brother Big Red loves them. I love them. That's why I want to pass one along to you guys. Titanium clip. Spencer's an excellent guy. Johnny? I forget the other guy who works with them, but there are two of them. One of them's from the knife world. That's why you've got this cool little luminescent shield, kind of the thing he brought to it. And y'all have all seen the designs. But this guy is going to go in a pack with a bunch of stickers. Cause I've got them. I didn't bag them. They're all over here. And one of them's going to be a North River Outdoors. The reason I'm including it is they're the company that 2 weeks ago I was looking for an S&G, which Brother Paul Mills was sweet enough to trade with me for. But I did find some PT07s, 207s, the smaller version. Y'all heard this story, I apologize. But I saw them on the site. They were in stock. It's a little small mom and pop in Virginia, Magna Cut. They had the smooth and they had the texture. I wanted the texture, bought it kind of quickly, and of course picked up the smooth. There's about a $35 difference, maybe 30. So I sent him an email. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning when I ordered it. I said, hey, no big deal. Do you guys get this? Let me know. And I left him my phone number and my email. Let me know if there's any way. I was shopping the site last night and I really want the knife, but I was hoping to get the one with the texture handle. Can I just send you via PayPal or any other method, whether you send me an invoice, the difference to get the knife shipped out today, which was yesterday, really, but by the time they read it today and not slow things down, because in the past, I dealt with Lite HQ, Knife Center, always do that. I'll be in a rush because I think it's going to go away, and I'll buy the one that I really didn't want to. I'll look further down the page, and like, God, man. And, it's just one of those things. And usually they're like, no, you need to cancel the original order. Sweet Scott Bree, that is a great knife. Fantastic knife. And, but anyway, the next morning, about 9 o'clock my time, 10 o'clock their time, there in Virginia, I got an email because I'd sent them this link. Just clarifying, John, is this the knife that you wanted to get? And I was kind of like, that's weird. I just sent them like, yeah, that's it. But I want to, find out the best way so you can get it back in stock and I can pay you the difference. I got an email back that said, look, we appreciate your business. I do it all the time. Law, we're going to send you the knife you want, and we just appreciate your business. So when I did the unboxing, I was blown away. They didn't have a ton of inventory. They've got some Protex and Benchmarks. I'm surfing, and I don't have it over here. But so my big kind of quest has been to buy more knives from them because I want to vote with my dollars because they went out of their way, not knowing who I was, to just do a really cool thing above and beyond probably what I might have even done. I might have made it easy, sending an invoice for the difference. And I know there's a markup in Protect, but they're a small mom and pop. So much so that I went to their website a few days later and they had an Asher Spiro. I'm going to go grab it in a second. G10 and 20 CV with a flip liner lock. I've never tried it. I used to be an Asher by every knife. I've still got the tie thumb studs, this tie Spiro with the hole. I just gave away. It has it shipped. The OG Spiro, the one I've got that I found at North River Outdoors. I still have to look at their sticker. It's shaped just like this, except it's got a blade hole. And instead of 20 CV, or instead of S35, it's 20 CV. And he's getting better and better with these knives. So anyway, I saw it on their site, and I never bought one from a retailer. And in all truth, he didn't know he had them as a retailer. I talked to him afterwards. So got it in, did a review, or an unboxing, haven't done the review yet. Love the knife, kind of rekindled my appreciation of $100 brand that's delivering some really nice, in my opinion, action cutting for what I cut, which is not a lot. I enjoyed them, you know. So then I felt good that I was able to buy something else from North River. We'll take a real quick look so you can see what I'm talking about if you weren't here. I want y'all to see this company because I didn't know anything about them. I know that they were sold out of a lot of stuff, but they don't clean their website and they do bring it back. Because I've seen a couple of things come back in, and it's your regular stuff that you would expect a mom and pop in Virginia to sell. It shows how many they've got in stock and what they sell. This was the last Asher I bought right here. I just happened to see it on their site. But they leave it on there so you can see what the price was. $120 is what I paid for it, which I could have gotten cheaper reaching out to Spencer, but I didn't want to. You'll see a lot of stuff with these guys. But you'll see a lot of Bark River. You'll see, again, they were never on my radar. Benchmade. I would just ask you guys, and I have no affiliation with them. I get nothing. I don't have a link. All I want y'all to do is if you're browsing different knife stores and you didn't know about these guys, they are solid on customer service, and they didn't have to be. And I think that's valuable, at least when I shop. So I'm going to quit looking because I'll buy something. And I don't need to buy anything else because I've got an absolute banger coming in, thanks to Brother Carpo. What a rock star. Dwayne Letterman, what is up? Ghost Malone, what is up? And maybe we'll do a numbers game tonight for the giveaway, something easy, you know, because I think somebody, if you haven't experienced a finch, this is a great one to get into. I should have brought all my finches. I've got a whole nest, but they are traditional, inspired, modern, either frame locks like this one or bolster locks. I think all in 154 cm, except for the recent, like large. We don't, not necessarily, Jim. We can do it a different way. We'll rate a channel because I have this weird feeling about the StreamYard random. I don't know why. So we'll find a channel to go give love to later. And y'all can tell me here, Apex Alchemy. Were y'all saying hi? Are y'all saying hi? Or y'all say, let's go to Apex Alchemy? Let's go right now. Hold on. I'm here for y'all. I'll learn from y'all. So I'm where you guys want to be. Is this who we're talking about right here? Whoops, let me share because I'm not subscribed and I'm this if it is. JS Blade Works. Crispy. Oh, an avocado. I was about to say. Alchemy, damn it. Did I do it right? Jim Miller, is that an idea? I trust Jim Miller. All right, let me look. Bear with me, guys. We're just here for the hang. We have no schedule. I'm not going to try to sell y'all anything. We're just going to chill. I think y'all are giving me bad information, or I'm reading chats amongst yourselves. I'm going down rabbit holes. All right. Thomas McDonald must have been you guys talking to each other. Apex Alchemy, was that you? Was that who we were looking at? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. I'm going back. just crossed 1,000. Congratulations. And we're going to do a giveaway. And we could do it now. I've got him open. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go ahead and post where I want you guys to go leave a comment. So I'm going to go to this Tempest jet stream review that was 10 hours ago. Hold on, guys. I'm going to post it in the chat, and I'm going to pin it. But in order to do that, I got to do some finagling on my YouTube, and I'm not that savvy. Early on, I'm a digital marketer, but I'm more scatterbrained. All I'm going to do is I'm going to open my stream without making it noisy. I'm going to pop out the chat so I can pin it. I'm talking to myself, and I apologize for that. All right, pop chat. Boom. Boom. Now, don't go do anything yet because I haven't told you what to say. All right, I'm going to pin it. So that is the Tempest Knives on Brother Apex Alchemy site. He just crossed 1,000, but we want to give him cushion in case YouTube does anything crazy. So what I'd like for y'all to do, if you're not already, which you probably are, I want you to go to that video. I will be here. Watch it, like it, please subscribe, and leave a comment. And in the comment, you don't have to capitalize anything. Leave the word JUHVOE. No hashtag, no nothing. Just somewhere at the end. That way I can scroll from the people who left them. Load them up with comments. And then, and I'll be here, go watch half or another one of the another video of his, right? And like it, comment if you're not already engaged. And if you're already subscribed and you've already left a comment on that thread, leave another comment. I'm back, Javon. No capitals. You can just go JUHVON. I don't know if it changes it to capitals, but I'm just going to type it in when we go to the YouTube random picker. And we're going to do it that way. And that way you've got plenty of time to go leave a comment. And I'm also going to give away one of my 3D sliders. Guys, I've got a lot of, I found out not deeply, but I did the stainless steel version of the lefty hole, right? So I've got all these high-end A to Z soaps and titanium sliders. And then I learned about these different sliders that are 3D printed on Etsy. And I don't know if you guys, this one you never have to even open it. You just wanted to rub it because it's, I've not used it, so you won't see my finger scratched in there. But I bought this on Etsy. And as you can see, it's one that's got the track. Magnets on both sides. So it's real easy to skin without having it flip away. I've got some other ones that I'm not affiliated with, but I've been buying all of these from Fidget Boy, and his don't have any magnet or any slot. They're all magnets. And he makes them 23 bucks. I don't carry them in my pocket much, but I do fit it where I'm traveling. And see, that's what I was a little reckless with my flip. And that won't happen with this one that I'm giving away. So I'm going to give away this on our Apex Alchemy. Where do I put our other nuts? our Kokoboa Finch drifter. And where's our little American? I had a little flashlight. Let me look. I saw something today when I was watching my TikTok drama, like I often do. What's up, Greg? What's up, NFA20? And I didn't realize that TikTok, as whack as they are, don't allow VAPING. And this is a little light. It's AAA, but it's plenty bright. It's a twist on. I've got it set with a little wrist strap that I'll set it out with, but you can put a split ring on it, put it on your keychain. It's aluminum. All you do is take the top off, pop a AAA in there. It's sealed, really well machined aluminum. And then you just twist it low, and you can get it higher. And it's super light. I think it'll make a good one. I was going to do this one, a little ion, but it's rechargeable. And I think it's actually a little wonky. And I've got a lot of ions. This is a little aluminum one. I think you'll be happier with this little guy. So that's going to be our Go Give Apex love whenever you get a chance. And that's why there's a comment in. I didn't get my packages today. I was hoping to show you guys something cool. I don't know if I've shown y'all that guy, the Colin McGuire Mag 10 Knife Works that I picked up in Nashville. I'm sure I have. Handmade in Rhode Island. Super, super thin. Let's show you something cool about this. Oops. Let's see if I can get this to do what it's supposed to do. All right, I did it. Maybe y'all can see that. It's slow on UV light on that 80s carbon fiber. Let's get back to business. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. But I saw these knives at Blade Show in 2023. Bearded Doom got one. And we'll go to his page in a second that I think you guys should follow because what he's really known for, and he does other designs. This is his, always forget. This is his EDW, date of manufacture 9 of 23, CPM 154, handle 80s camo carbon with a toxic grain G10. So if you can see that liner, let's see if it's better over here. See the liner between the 154 and the camo carbon? That's a G10 liner. But the grinds and the elegance of this knife are just, it's a little larger than a my normal EDC fixie. But I recently got a bunch of clips that I normally don't get. Some of them I found out from my buddies at TKL Knives. But I picked up, there's a company called Discrete Concepts Carry or Discrete Carry Concepts. And they make these little clips that are kind of like an ulti clip. This is the minimalist, but they don't have a little switch. Whoops. So it's just got this little thing that slides over the hem of your pocket that locks in because you've got this lock on the backside. So once you get it as a pocket dropper and you get it locked in, you have no problem pulling your knife and your sheath staying 100% anchored. I've carried this horizontal. It's a little, I'm a small guy, so it's a little wide for me to do it scout, and I don't do vertical carry. Fantastic knife. Another fixed blade that I meant to show off last night, but I had it in my back pocket. Now I got this on sale. They still may be on sale. Either DLT or GC knives for their Christmas sale and Thanksgiving sale. This is a knife that I've always had my eye on since I first got into fixed blades because I love the sheath. It's a pocket dropper. Again, on the larger size, but it comes with an multi-clip fatty built in, so you can drop it down in your pocket, get it over your hem, lock it into place, right? And then you've got this wicked little Solid in Germany, thin, slicey. I don't know if you can see the spine. Let's see. RW30 at RW34 on the spine. And then it has 3 maker's marks. I know one of them is Boker. I don't know the story of the AK or the AK1. I know they make it in other blade shapes. This is the reverse Tonto, but it is definitely an EDC knife. It's definitely real thin, and I look at it as a older replacement or enhancer, right? I like to carry a fixie on me because I'm an idiot. I'm a nice guy. But this is one I've been chasing, and I want to say, just so you guys know, there still might be available. We'll look for them in a second. This knife is my first Boker, Solid in Germany, AWL, little fixie, the Boker Barlow BFF. I want to say I got this for about $250, which is high. I get it. These were on sale for $141. And then this knife that I've always wanted was about $346. You can get it a little more in a wood handle. I know they've got a wood handle one in stock too. And we'll go back and look at my purchase history and we'll find the knives. This is the carbon fiber. But I want to say it was $248 with the sheath, which is, to me, again, I don't need to buy knives that I don't need, but I'm a sucker, right? I know the market's soft, and I'm sure everybody's reacting to it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I can't remember. I'll go into my accounts real quick. I bought it at 1 or 2 places. Remember me, damn it. All right, there it is. Let's see if it's going to be. That's the regular Tanto. I don't think this is it. I think it's going to be GP. Oh, good. Hold on, guys. I'm just trying not to throw y'all down the wrong rabbit hole. And I can't pull up my login because I've got my phone as my. I'm going to sell my brand. Poker 15 eyes. Let's see if it's one of these. Okay, it's not that. We're going to go to GP knives. Bear with me, guys. I love you all. Chat amongst yourselves. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just showing you good deals if they happen to still be available. Shall we buy? I'm gonna go. Okay. Yes. This was still on sale. Oh no! All right, guys. Not that anybody's going to be interested in these knives, but it was GP knives where I found them. And so this is the Barlow that I just showed y'all that I've had. It was $235. That's what I paid for it roughly. It's $154 now. Comes with this sheath. This one has a clip on it. Let me show it to you. The clip's not as tense as the Ulti clip, but it works very well. So, real quickly, they're still on sale. Oh, they're out of stock of the one I got, but this is a $325 Grenadille wood, whatever that means. It's the same exact knife. It just has a different handle material, an upgraded handle material. I want to say mine was 20 or 30 less. But that is a really, really good deal. When I see something that's that much off, because I watch these knives on White Mountain when they come in. I watch them on a lot of different sites because it's my jam. And it was the cheapest I'd ever seen it. So I did an irresponsible thing and bought it. That's the maker's name on the back spine, and that's the blade steel. But it's a little guy. It's just a little, I'm going to use a knife to do stuff that I don't have to fold and unfold, that I can keep in my pocket. Comes with a branded Ulti clip. Sharing's caring, right? I'll drop a link in there, and it's not an affiliate link. It does nothing for me except shares with you guys. And here's the BFF, which is a lot thicker. It's more of a, I would say, maybe a camp knife. I'm much, much bigger fan of the AK-1. But at the time, I couldn't get an AK-1, which is this guy. Showing to you size by size. But then when you look at the thickness, yeah, this is like almost a full flat, and this is what is that, half. Different purposes, both very nice guys. And I'm not a Booker fan, so I picked up 3 slip joints that were Smoky Mountain knives exclusives. They were solid in Germany made knives, and I've been pleased with them, but I'm not a discerning slip joint owner or even know what I'm dealing with. They're just good knives, and my fixed blades have all been good. And I'll even make a joke. I gave it away on a Friday Night Flicks, but I had a Klishnikov auto for 15 years, and it worked amazingly well. Would be for score. I'm sorry, guys. C-Stakes winner. Beeper, 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 beeper. I'm scrolling up, guys. I get telling stories and I can't. Good question, Todd. Lately, or like if I was going to break out the month of November, what would be good? I'm going to say the month of November, the fixed blade I carried the most because it was easy The month before, I've always been a chicken guy, and I still love it. But what I carried last month, because it was so easy to carry, is this little guy. And this is my little mini, micro, I guess you'd call it, J-Cal in stainless with a really sick flat grind. It's a novelty knife that I wanted to buy. Um, but yeah, I love this little thing because the sheath that's done on it is great, and I don't even feel it under my shirt. So that would be my favorite. Cause I don't. My favorite fixed blade. I picked up two in Nashville that I've shown you guys, and I love them both for different reasons. They're both USA made fixies. I fantasized over this one forever. If y'all remind me, we'll go to his Instagram so you can see why I got hooked up with him in the first place. And then the second was a guy who's literally 45 minutes away from me. I want to say he's a veteran. I could be wrong. Super, super nice guy. I was able to review one of his folding knives because my best buddy in Alabama here in Huntsville, A to Z EDC, you guys should give him a follow on Instagram. He purchased one of his knives at a show that had semiconductor as one of the materials, S90V, a super compound grind, drop point, flipper knife with a deployment hole. Well, he also makes fixed blades and he makes slip joints too. So he was at the Nashville Custom Knife Show and he brought 6 of these splinters, which is his version of an EDC fixed blade, right? Now, for me, Little John, it's going to be much larger, maybe not, than what I normally carry. So that's with it, the burger, right? And if you look at the thickness, so it's a much bigger knife. But I also do a lot of hiking and camping. I've got it hooked up now with an multi-clip as a pocket dropper for my back pocket. But this thing has a handle that if you were a bigger guy or gal, you're going to get with the choil an absolutely full grip. I'll give you a measure. Most people would tell you to go watch their reviews, but I'm not going to expect you to do that. I'm going to say you've got 4 1/4 from the front of this choil to the back of the handle, which is a very big handle. I wish it was smaller, and I've talked to Dustin about that driver defense because I like tiny fixed blades. But the blade, guys, is this tall, flat ground, stone washed. That's his maker's mark, which, do I have a sticker? We're going to pull it up because I've got to show you his logo. Magna Cut, heat treated, 6465. And I mean, it's a slab that from a Slurpee saver, or if you had to break into a car door or something like that, you get a piece of paper. So it's a flat grind, but it's thick behind the edge, right? And this is a shitty piece of paper off the floor. And this is the edge I got on the at the show. So again, a maker that I was aware of, knew he did folders very, very well. I mean, that folder, if you go back to my reviews, I don't know how you do it. I guess you go to my channel and search Driver Defense or Dustin Driver. You will see one of the finest folders I've experienced and didn't even know it was made by a local guy. And there's so many people, Scotch and I were talking about it. I saw it on his video today. He finds out about makers on the weekly that he didn't even know existed that are doing amazing, amazing things. So before I forget, I'm going to drag y'all over to driver defense and mag-10 knife works. And I would ask that you follow both of them because it'll be good for, I wouldn't lead you down a road I would not want to be on myself. We're going to go to mag-10 first. That's Colin McGuire. He's in Rhode Island. I'll show you his face so you can get an idea of the man behind the knives. It's just him. All right, let me find you. That's him. Great guy.
Everyone, happy Friday. Hope you're all doing well as usual. Just wanted to kind of hop on here and touch base. I know I haven't been posting a lot. I've been doing a ton of custom work that's all kind of finishing up. And
so let's look at his custom work. But that's him. Really nice guy. So this is the knife I just showed you. The difference there is he's got a Firestorm 1084 15N20 Damascus that he did himself. So let's go look at the pictures. Not my jam, but he does real deal Damascus. So this is a slit joint.
Saturday, hope you're all doing well as always. Got kind of a wild one for you today. This has been done for over a week now. I just figured I get better engagement on the weekends, and I've got a ton of other stuff in the works that isn't finished, so I would post it today. Anyway, wildest slip joint I've done thus far. This one is one of my SJW Warncliffs in Fafnir Damasteel, blade, and back spring.
Guys, this guy's 45 minutes from my house.
The spring is etched on the inside. I know the light isn't perfect today. We have that hurricane a couple 100 miles to our east rolling through, but it is etched on the inside as well as my second maker's mark, the C. McGuire. Purple anodized 6.
But I won't bore you with that. But I mean, my God, guys, this is a dude, and it's not it's not expensive stuff for an American-made knives. That's more of the traditional, where mine's a Warncliffe, right? And that's in a 154-2, kind of like mine. That's the way it came with scalp straps. That is mine. That's the one I just showed you guys that I actually reached out to him about. He couldn't hold it for me, which I really respected him for. I told him I'd be there Friday morning. He goes, buddy, nobody's going to buy it. And if we do, we'll make you another one. But just next level, I feel, craft. So let's see if there's anything else. Where's the slip joint? We saw that. Kitchen knives. Custom work, and a good guy. That's the most important thing. And then the other one I wanted to show you guys on the totally other end, and I love his maker's mark or his logo. We might have to go to his website for that. Let's see, because it's a plague doctor with wings. So he lives 45 minutes away from me in the country. These are his splinters with different handle materials. I'll show you the one I bought. Maybe these are the ones he brought back. I like that short bladed one, but the handle was the same length. That's a slit joint that he had there. One of his folders, modern folder flip frame locks. Let's see. All right, so those are not them. Let's look at some of this stuff. And then I'll show you the knife you guys can find on my channel. I'll do that because he doesn't post a ton, but look at the grinds he does on his fixed blades. That's the grind that's on the folder that I did. The grind I have is just a flat simple grind. And this is the knife that I bought, that green one right there. But those are the 6 he took to Nashville. That's kind of the one I was hoping to get. But real quickly, and he does it all in his house. He does really cool stickers for each of his knives. But it's him in his garage doing his thing. But let me show you the knife that A to Z EDC bought for a pretty penny. And it's 2 years old. It's been very worth it. And I got to review it. It's this right here. Semiconductor. That's the material. This is fucking price tag. But do y'all think that's pretty? I think this is it too. Hold on. Yeah, that's it. I'm back in the chat. What do y'all think of that? Is that a cool knife for a local boy making knives, doing a great job? So I'm going to drop a couple of links in the IG or in the chat for my IG buddies that I'm obsessed with. If y'all want to follow them. If you don't, totally get it. Let's see. We're going to go copy. And this is Dustin Driver Defense. And then I'm going to go show you his logo because that is, I know it's on his website. So there's Dustin. But I want to show y'all Colin McGuire too because he is a totally different kind of knife. But just, I mean, I've met a few, but I've met very few knife makers that were not very humble, very, what I seem to feel were sincerely amazed at the response that they were getting for their knives. Not the ones that are wildly successful, but a lot of those guys are good too. So I'm going to pull up Dustin's website just so you can see the plague doctor with wings. And I think he drew it. All right, let's go to home. All right, this is it, but fuck it. I'm going to go get my box because it's cooler on the box. Let me show you all this. Can y'all make that out? You can't really because you can't see the mask. Talk amongst yourselves. It'll take me 2 seconds. Whoops. Now, full disclosure, I have no links with Dustin Driver. So you guys, if you go there, if you don't, he has no idea why. But this is what my knife came in. And I don't know if y'all know, it's kind of one of my deals. I didn't turn you on. And, so much that I picked up 2 plague doctors. So that was the first thing that I bonded with on its packaging. And then you open it up. Got a little driver defense dog tag. Driver defense sticker. I'm gonna throw that over here and put it in the giveaway. And this is one of his kitchen knives ones. This is a magnet. I love it. I'm gonna throw that in there. But what I love about a certificate of authenticity, you get this on the folder too. Whoops. So on the front side, instead of saying maker, it says toxicologist, Dustin Driver. And it says toxin, which is the model, splinter. And then you flip it over and it says extract, magna cut. And then under that, it says hypodermic, G10. And under that, it says date of infection, November 2023, which was its born on day. I know that's kind of cheesy, but to me, it's different, right? Rawhead Spear Mag 10 is Colin is an awesome guy. I threw his link in there, but y'all go leave a comment on the video I posted. And if you come in late, there's a video posted at the top of the chat, and you need to go in there and subscribe to Alchemy, like his video, and leave a comment. Even if you already have and you're already subscribed, leave a comment that has JUHBON in the comment. But yeah, I really like his packaging. And if I'm not mistaken, the one that I got from ADC, if it came in a box or just a pouch, it had that same logo. And that's his main deal, which I think is super cool. Just because I'm a freak and I like plague doctor stuff. Michael Up Church, member for 2 months. And if I'm not mistaken, that is my brother who won last night, right? I did not get you mailed out today, but I will get you mailed out, turn it out tomorrow, so we'll go Monday. But guys, go to the link at the top of this video, and we're going to go over to Alchemy. I've even forgot the name now, but I did subscribe. We're going to go over there, and we're going to watch the video. It's linked, and we will like it, subscribe, leave a comment with somewhere in the comment, Jabon, JUHBON. And then if you've got the heart, watch another video. So YouTube does. He loves you. You love him. And then I'm going to give away this really cool 3D fidget rabbit hole that I've fallen in on Etsy, a totally different fidget rabbit hole. I'm going to give away, in that same giveaway, this little Beartech AA great keychain flashlight or small flashlight. And I'm going to give away my rare Coca-Cola Finch Drifter and 154 titanium clip. Awesome action. And if you guys like the Finches, we might have some more that come up that I give away. I had people offer to buy these from me. I guess they're becoming more desirable. But in all truth, I would much rather it go to some of you guys. Now, the trick will be, if you're going to leave a comment and you're going to enter the giveaway tonight, make sure that you're communicating. Rashir, what's up? Make sure that you're communicating in the chat so you're not a stranger. Everybody know. Hey, Michael Upchurch, one day at a time, my brother. I'm so proud of you, dude. I started with 30 days. Relapse is part of the program, but it doesn't have to be. I've now got 8 years. When was May 17th? I want to say 8 years and 6 or 7 months. All the urges go away. Your life becomes immensely better. You'll have shit that happens. You'll have to deal with emotions, which really sucks because for years, I never did. I just drowned them in all kinds of shit. But good for you, dude. I'm glad to hear that. And don't let setbacks don't have to be part of the program. The best news, Michael, is you don't ever have to have a setback. But if you do, don't beat yourself up. You know where to go. You'll know what you did wrong, and you won't be triggered again. Just stay safe and, keep doing what you're doing one day at a time. Don't get overly confident and surround yourself with good people, brother. If you ever want to call, reach out to me on IG. I'll give you my number. Colby, it was tough for me because it was my last vice to really give up. And it's what I started numbing with at probably 13. But I fallen into a really deep, dark, I'd say 13-year professional, probably from my 30s to my mid 40s, opiate addiction that was, luckily before fentanyl's around, but I was eating at the end, I was eating a Hendra XM18 every day and a half. Never shot them. Never. All I did was ate. I think about how much Tylenol I put my liver through. Alcohol was there too, but it was always something that I thought of. The only thing I've not done for some reason, because I guess it was never, offered to me when I was younger, is that's the only thing I've never done. But everything else on the spectrum, you can always. I always tell people, and what I want to sell is hope in everything, not just addiction, but in mental health, in life. It's life is a complicated, fucked up thing. Just keep your head up and know there are other people that are dealing with similar things. They might seem like they've got everything together, but they might be walking a path that we know nothing about. So all I can do, one of my favorites was Tussionex. Now, I never got into the lean thing, but that was one of my favorite painkillers that I abused was Tussionex. But if you can keep a kind heart and try to, if you break away from that, use the time to help other people. And I'm not meaning jerk people off bar stools. I think a 12-step program for me has been very, very helpful because what I think goes alone, amen, brother. And that's one that, absolutely. It's one that we'll have to have a conversation about that one offline. But yeah, guys, what my point is, nothing will make anyone of anybody that I ever read make a decision to stop. They might hear things like I did early on I heard this because I was smart, that I was not doing the right things, that I was in charge of my life, which was one of the biggest things I was able to do was give up that and say no. As part of my 12 step, one of the earliest things you learn is to surrender yourself. which is simply letting your ego start to deflate, which the ego causes us all so much shit. But I'm not in control of my life. And it's not just me, nobody is. But I ask you, higher power, whether it's an apple tree outside, whether it's Buddha, whether it's Jesus Christ, who is my personal person that I looked up to in early sobriety and still do, have a much stronger relationship, or anybody, um, to turn the corner and say, I don't have this all figured out, you know, and to say, okay, I'm done with it, which means I'm done trying to micromanage my life. I'm going to do the things that I was taught as a kid, or that someone along the way mentored me, or I've seen on a good movie. It's real simple. Golden rule: treat others the way you would want to be treated. I think it's easy to go the next step. And when you interact with people out in the public, as much as they suck, smile. It takes less stress than frowning, and spread positivity. You can be miserable. I had shitty days. I still spread positivity because it makes me feel better, and you never know whose life you're going to touch. But we're all on this hike. I look at it as a bunch of scouts on a hike, this life hike. And in addiction, it's a little subgroup of hikers who've kind of gotten off of the deep leaves. But to know we're all there for each other, and I've lost so many friends in that program because they unfortunately succumbed to the disease or the addiction. I personally consider it addiction. That's just me. I made the choices. Maybe I was predisposed to it. But the long story short is you've got to make that choice on your own. But for me, being involved and being there when somebody came into a meeting for the first time, 99% of the time, I knew they'd never come back. But just being able to connect with them for that hour and share a story and think that maybe not now, but maybe in 20 years or 10 years, hopefully, if they don't go through the bullshit that I went through, something I said will resonate. Because all I did was cheat my story, right? I never talked about, I'll never go to a bar and try to drag somebody off. It's only when people are ready you'll find shady chapters of that group too. You really got to find a group of people that you gel with, and there are always people to help you. Just never give up. Like my brother Scab says, never quit trying to quit. Because it does get better. Scotch, are you free, brother? No, you got to work on the tree in the basement. I'm gonna forgot I asked that. Apex, I was up to 13 Norcos a day, which is when they were the yellow ones when they took a lot of the acetaminophen out, but you still had the 10 mg's of oxy or codeine or whatever it was. It was like the lower tab 10 with not as much, only 325 milligrams of acetaminophen. So I was up to 13 of those a day, and I was paying $10 for those. 13 to 18, really. So between about $150 a day. It was horrible, dude. Telemando, I will get it. I've got emails in my Knives Live, buddy. I just didn't get my printer set up today because I had my Lite set up knowing I was going to go live tonight. So tomorrow, I'll print everything out and get everybody. You'll have your tracking number, even though it won't hit the mailman's hand till Monday. Get it early next week, middle of next week. Hey, Bama Ninja, did you ever get your knife, buddy? I know I don't even think you were there when you won, but I had your address or an old address for you. I would have sent it out last week. And y'all go to that link and go to Apex Alchemy's video. Oh, hey, Crazy Roach, I haven't overcome anything. I'm overcoming it every day. That's another thing. We don't ever, anybody, and I say this from an old man or an older man giving wisdom from my life. We never overcome our addictions. We continually work and hopefully get more coping mechanisms, get more reasons to never go back. For me, it was withdrawal because I didn't go into AA until long after I kicked narcotics. I was pre-divorce and I knew I could no longer sustain. Things had got really bad because my professional life was starting to really suffer. So I did this taper thing that was way too short. I went from 14, 16 to 2 a day in 2 weeks, feeling horrible each fucking day because you're lowering your dose. And then, so the good thing about opiates, unlike alcohol or benzos, and I didn't drink alcohol like that or I would die, but benzos and alcohol withdrawals can kill you. Opiate withdrawals can make you feel like you're going to die. In some rare cases, people have heart attacks or strokes, but it's very rare. So for me, not going to any treatment facility, doing it still with a now ex-wife and a kid, I acted like I had the flu, and it lasted for about where I was really sick for 30 days. And as sick as it is, I knew that I had to feed my dopamine. So, and I knew I wouldn't get addicted to cocaine because I've used it up until, I got sober recently, on and on. So I made sure that that was going to be my step down drug, was cocaine, just to keep my brain functioning so it work. And for 60 days or 30 days, I felt like I had the worst flu ever, and I couldn't talk to my family about it until after the fact when I went to divorce. And then for 90 days, I could not slip through. Greg Maroney, there's a video that should be tagged at the top of this chat that's going to take you to Alchemy's page for a video. Just watch this video, like it, subscribe, and leave a chat with the word Javon in it. But for 90 days, I didn't sleep because that was the worst part. I had restless leg syndrome, which I'd never ever experienced. But I would lay down, the day would be fine, they'd be grueling. But when I go to lay down at night, my legs would feel jumpy, moving. Never could get them comfortable. I couldn't sleep. It was fucking horrible. So yeah, that's what keeps me. That's one of the main, everybody has their own thing, but that's the one, not my divorce. That was a blessing. I realized I would have never gotten married had I been sober. So, but I got a beautiful child out of it. But remembering how shitty I felt and remembering for the 10 years leading up to that was the first time I'd ever had a monkey on my back, which means I had to have them at certain levels through my addiction to function as a normal human being at work. So it was no longer to catch a bus or to escape. It was just, doing my thing to continue to exist. And I realized that because I was a smart guy, guys. I mean, I have a very high IQ. I wasn't the most applied college student, but I winged my way with severe ADHD and no meds except for the drugs that I was using to stay sober, or not stay sober, to stay sane, and got through college without even going to class. So I knew for the first time, because all school drinking never owned me, Coke never owned me, even though I had an unlimited supply because I was doing shit I shouldn't be doing. No other substance, with the exception of opiates, has rented space on my shoulders and in my head, where it was terrifying. But it was easy to beat. Not easy. I didn't have to go to rehab. If you're not addicted to benzos and you're not terribly, horribly, like you've been drinking a shitload of whiskey or beer every day, wean off that shit if it's a problem for you. Know that there are people, if you ever just want to walk into a meeting, you can go to your local website or your local city's Google AA in my area. You never have to identify yourself. Nobody's going to pry with you. If somebody does, you're in the wrong group. There are 20 other groups in your city. And you'll find one where all you have to do, with what I did, is sat there and listen for 2 weeks. The dude who hated my guts, who eventually became my sponsor, asked me when I went there, he said, just please sit here and fucking listen for at least 3 meetings. Just listen. And I did. And I heard people from every walk of life, out of like 13 people in a small room in the basement of a church. And it's not a religious thing. If anything, it's a spiritual. But I heard stories from people who'd been down and out their whole lives living on the street, to judges, to doctors, to car dealers, all dealing with the same shit that I thought I dealt with alone because I was living a lie. So I'm just telling you, there's help out there. We're going to get off this. And we're about to go look at a knife. I forgot whose. I do have, just to talk about what's in my pocket. And my Focus Works 2 shipped today. I got it in a distressed blue aluminum. I'm not going bougie Kai, but I did go bougie big boy Lite for the first time, which I really like once I realized how to work it. It's real simple. You just soft click, low, medium, high. Low, medium, high. So if I click it on low, to lock it in, do a full click instead of just a short push, and then turn it off, it'll remember that. So when I turn it back on, it's on low. But no fancy programming. So then if I just start pushing, click it off, and then soft push, low, medium, high. Low, medium, high. Click it on high, turn it off, turn it on, it's high. So I never was into bougie flashlights, but and I'm not going to fall down a bougie flashlight rabbit hole as I say that with my second coming in. But I appreciate the American, oh, this is Canadian made, but I appreciate the quality. I appreciate the fact that I can use, as I can on some of my old lights, my replaceable batteries. I can also use that in my Meritech. This is a light that I got in stock for $94. This is the laser LED or no LPD laser projection device mini, which is Airtech's mini laser device. It's like $94. They also have one that's always out of stock. It goes in stock every now and then. I've almost bought it. It's $149. So it's not an O-Light. It has rechargeable batteries you can buy. Machined very well, but it's made in China. But what is whack about this light is when I shine this on something, whoops. Whoops. How do I get it on high? But it shoots a little ball. So if I'm like trying to spotlight these little lights, and this is a small one, I make a little bigger one. Really cool light. But I'm digging my Focus Works. I was talking to somebody on Instagram. I'm getting ready to make a video that most of you won't watch. You guys don't want my video, which is fine. I love y'all. But on my pry bars, because he was talking about getting into pry bars, and there's certain things that I think are worthy to get into, and there's certain things that I personally, after getting into all these things, in hindsight, don't think are that worthy. And I'm not saying pry bars fit that. Everybody's need use is different, right? Just like with knives, we all need different things to make our daily go better. But one of the best pry bars I found, whoops, failing on you guys. Y'all ever go to Meritech? I'm gonna go to their website. I have no affiliation with them, but I buy a lot of my EDC gadgets. It's actually county comp. All right. So I've got fancy little Maverick USA made pry bars, around $100. They do a good thing. I always get the one without the bottle opener because I don't drink anymore. But this company, I used to get emails from them, and I've bought a lot of stuff from them. For example, I haven't bought this, but this is kind of cool. I have bought these. They make these little, this is a kit, by the way. They're not available now. But this is like a little 5-pack of wedges, which are great, not for knives. I'll show you what's good for knives, but for little pries, depending on what your unique need is. This is a weird little hammer. This is that mini Cosmo Lite I was just showing you guys. That is the kind of light. It uses a 14.5 flat top. This max output 260 lumens, but the way that it shoots this beam, it goes down here. It shows us how far the throw is. 2,600 feet, 1/2 mile throw. But it's a small light, really cool for specific purposes, right? If you're chasing somebody down. But getting back to it, sharing's caring, guys. Ooh, they've got it in stock. And this is the one. Ooh, it's in stock. Why do I need this stuff? I don't. Insane 1.5 mile beam throw. Comes with these little plastic things that you can also put tritium in. Everything I bought from these guys, and I've got several lights from them. Tryways, not these laser ones. These are kind of new to me. I just got the one. But everything I bought from this company, because they buy overstock, a breacher bar. Let me show you something. I bought a little titanium thing that I carry my bits in. I bought several drivers from them. They give away one of their drivers tonight. Let's see. Sorry guys, I can't see the chat, but I'll come over here and see if y'all saying we hate this. We hate this. All right, hopefully y'all are digging what I'm showing you because I'm trying to find you. Now, what's new? I want to see all. You all right here. Oh, great. All right, fuck that. We're gonna look at what they got new. They have probably updates on, so I think we probably looked through that. They've got stuff like weird titanium dice, in all sizes and glow in the dark guys. Weird kind of guy stuff, right? Things that you never in a million years need. This is a cool screwdriver that I've never bought. I bought several drivers from them, but this has got a ball bearing handle and it holds all your bits right here. I'd, of course, put Weehives in it, but that's just me. A little bit bigger, but it's pretty sweet. Anyway, I'll show you the ones I've gotten from you. I won't buy that. I'm not careful. We're about to get off this site. I've been irresponsible for content lately. See, here's some little titanium dice for 14 bucks. If you guys like to roll dice in the alley, do it in style. A little Reuben. These are little non-slip parts trays if you like to do disassemblies. Now, this guy right here was $39.99. I'll stop sharing. I'm going to pull this down. So this is that little titanium box. Very high quality. It's got a little ball bearing that catches it. I put this little thing in there because I carry bits in it in my pack. You could carry medicine in it. You can carry your herb in it. But it's a neat little titanium. It's got a little place to carry if you want to hang it up. So that's something I bought from them. Let's get back at it, and then we'll do a giveaway, guys, because I know y'all got shit to do. I'll just have nothing to do but sit here and start trying to drag in the makeup influencers that I've started to get into their gossip channels. I'm kidding. So here's a little Ultim slide top box if you prefer that, which I don't. A little permanent marker. This is kind of cool. This is not the one I've got. This is just a case, I think. I think this is a little titanium case.
All right. I'm going to show you the.
Shut up. Let me show you what I got. I got it off Amazon. I'm curious what he uses to refill it with. Let's see what he's going to show us. Show me something, Gabe. He's wasting my time. I saw something gray in there. The mini. Okay, so it holds the mini. So what you got there is a little EDC for 40 bucks, which the one I got at Lefty ranted about it. And I will say it's a very good, if you use a marker a lot. This uses the retractable Sharpies. So what it does, it pops your Sharpie out and then it closes it out just like if it was retractable with the bolt action, just like what we're used to with our tactile turns. I think this was titanium, maybe aluminum. But this guy's cool, and that little stubby mark is about 20 bucks cheaper. So let's go back and let me show you a couple more cool things that I bought over the years. Well, I say over the years, over the last year and a half, because this is a place I'm on their email list, and if you guys like stuff like this and you sign up to their email list, they will send you a little spam, but only when shit's on sale, like these little tiny lights. And I'll show you a little light we're giving away tonight. It'll come up on here. Titanium tubes, if you want to store a couple of hundreds. There's a little hook here somewhere that's pretty cool. A little breacher bar. What do you need that for? Fuck, I don't know. I've got this in my bug out bag. Yes, it's expensive, 39 bucks. Came with 3 bits. I changed them out. I put a Weehawk T6, T8, T10 in here. Titanium flat. I carry it just like a pin in my bug out bag with those bits for maintenance. It works like a champ. I've got this guy, and it is a floodlight. That doesn't look accurate because it's got, if this is not mistaken, now this is different. Mine's got 3, never mind. I don't have this one. But I've got a lot of these blue Meritech lights. But they've got weird stuff. They've got what I call boy stuff. Stuff that I look at because I'm drawn to shiny shit and weird shit. They got a little Ultim driver for 40 bucks. Not a big fan. This is what I'm into. Check it out. Can you picture yourself like by a creek on a desert island? You've been stuck out there for a couple days and you see a fish and you're just going to gig that bad boy and you throw your rope over there and you catch him. I like it. You can get the Pico, which is a big one, the micro, or the pocket, and they all tube inside of themselves. But they're just like little grappling hooks. Who needs that? Absolutely nobody. Is it cool? Bet your ass. I think it's cool. And then they got these wrenches. Some of them are a little small, but they're kind of expensive. A little bigger, like an Altoids can. Don't have that. Don't have that. I don't see my problems. This is a cool little ruler, but I didn't see any need for it, so I didn't buy it. This is the flashlight that you guys are getting as part of the giveaway. However, this is the black, and we'll try to come across it, but it's the same light. That's a double A. Never mind. I was wrong again. This is it. This is the flashlight y'all are getting tonight, the AAA. Don't even ask me where that emitter is. But anyway, you guys get the point. So you can go to Meritech if you want to. I've got one of these, except I've got it in a silver color. I picked up some sales for my lights when I bought lights from them. You can search by, like if you want to buy silicone test cable, or if you want to buy lights, you can search by the type of stuff you want. That's it right there. We're giving that away as part of our giveaway tonight. But I bought a couple more things here. I've got one of these, but it's bigger than that. I've actually got 2. I've got one with 3 emitters. Anyway, I think you guys get my point. And hopefully I haven't just bored you all to shit, because we're getting ready to do the giveaway. Never, ever use a pull-through sharpener unless you're in the woods and you have no choice and you can't find a smooth rock. I'm sorry, guys. I go down rabbit holes too, so I know I'm kind of being dismissive, but I'm looking for all of us. Because sometimes they will have really weird shit, like a drop block for 34 bucks that's only purpose is to be carried around by a robot and drop because it's a certain size. They buy it at some overstock sale. Nobody needs it. This is it right here. So we talk about pry bars, and I'm getting ready to do a video on one. But this little guy right here does not have a clip, right? They call it a cleaning stick. It is a great little pry tool. These plastic ones are the bomb diggity because they don't scratch your finishes. Even though I can't get a pivot collar out with it right now, I'm still figuring out how to do that. I've got one of these. I bought one of these from Bug Out Bag. It's just a little driver because I'm an idiot. And I've got more drivers than I need. I'll give that away sometime. I just don't know where it is. I think it's in my work bag, maybe. I know I'm missing stuff. I've got a bunch of these. Lefty likes his little wooden ones that he carries. I carry these guys. They glow in the dark and they just clip in there. I don't have that comb because I bought my Jacob Lundquist comb. Let's see what we got here. All right, I'm about to turn it off, guys. I'm sorry. I just can't. I just have a feeling that my next deal is right at the next click. Nope. Here's another widget pry bar for 16 bucks. Again, they have them in different sizes. They're not all that cool. They do have some with pocket clips by a robot. All right, we're done. We got one more page. We're just going to scan it real quick. Boom. Dopey rope. Sorry about that, kids. All right, has everybody gone? It's going to go to the giveaway link at the top of this. Subscribe and left a comment. And I'm not planning on leaving after this. I just want to give y'all a chance in case y'all are just cheering for the giveaway. But if we don't recognize you and the tribe and the community says, hey, I don't know this guy. We've never seen him before. We think they're a turd burglar. I'll use my best judgment. If I've seen you, I'm standing up for you. But I love these people and I want everybody to have a chance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Tempest Jet Stream video by Brother Apex Alchemy. I'm going to copy it. Boom. I'm going to open up my random YouTube picker. If I can find it. Guys, I keep getting like I'm buying these monthly subscriptions to some of this stuff. I only use a little bit, like the YouTube picker. I'm on their Patreon now, so I can do stuff like use other people's videos. But I'm also supposed to be able to use Instagram. Well, Instagram doesn't like when I try to log in. The only way I know how to log into Instagram is through my freaking Facebook. All right, so we're going to do filter by word. We're going to pop in JUHVON, no caps. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. Make sure y'all put it in right because you can always go back and put another one because I filtered duplicate users. Is that too tiny for y'all to see? I'm just doing a little lowercase Javon. Well, so far we got 55. That's not bad. We've only got 76 in here. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to give y'all about just a couple more minutes to go up to the pinned comment. I'll show you something while we do that. Go to the pinned comment. I'm going to give it about a couple more minutes. I've been hand sharpening this little guy. I'm talking, it is crazy thin. This is a little micro I bought from Jason. Do I need it? Absolutely not. But guys, I wanted to show y'all what I picked up yesterday actually, from Brother Carco, who knew I was kind of hungry for one. I've been kind of quiet about it because I wasn't really ready to get one. $5, what is that, my brother? Make sure you register, dude. And I've got a grail amongst grails. I'm just dying to show y'all pictures and talk about it because it's got a lot of other little kind of personal, some of you that have been around for a while will appreciate like I do. But I'm super, super stoked. Was it a responsible purchase? No. Was it a good deal? Yes. Am I regretful? No. Do I ever regret knife purchases? No. Because even though I don't sell knives, hey, Pedro, I'm 56 now. Debt is the way. I'm not going to go off on a rant here, but society kind of leverages the game to get everybody to participate. Don't worry about it. Don't stress over it. Live your life. Do your best. Things change. I've had things change for the last 8 years since I got sober. I was on a fucking rocket ship, doing great. And then my company cut out because if you know about woke media, I can't say really anymore now. I work for a big company, but they did a lot of cutbacks at the end of this year. And our entire arm of advanced advertising managers, we each supported like 35, 30 AEs. They just eliminated it because they were getting a lot out of that focus because they're still hanging on to the old way that people consume media, like my mom. But so right now I'm kind of at a place where I can do freelance stuff, and I'm kind of doing some freelance stuff. I'm focusing on YouTube because I like it. I'm not looking at it for a career. It would be great if it was a career, if I could make enough money to not do it, because I'm kind of at retirement age. I know that I'm very hireable because I've got a very long pedigree in what I do, which is digital marketing, SEO, SEM, helping little brands play on the big scale teams, right? Without spending a lot of money. And I've never promoted my YouTube channel. I've never used any of those tactics to promote my own social media because 100% truth right here. The reason I started a YouTube channel after my Instagram channel, which I had a personal Instagram channel, I got into the knife game, started going to Grateful Panic's live stream, Big Red, Zach, started knowing a lot of you guys. So I started my Instagram channel and just posting the knives I buy. And then I had a client because we don't do social media marketing, and we didn't at the company I worked for. But I had a client that I did a lot of free, because I was a company man, consulting work for because they were over a $2 million client a year. And they were curious how YouTube judge the value of different creators because it's not available through Google Ads, but how the whole thing works, right? I said, I have no idea, but I loaded a video of it. If you look at my YouTube's channel, it started, I want to say, in 2010 because I uploaded 2 school projects. I've made them private now because nobody needed to see my kid at 7 years old, 8 years old. But I did a couple of school projects that they did. They were kind of funny because they were kind of pranking people at Sonic. But they did a couple of videos, and then we had a couple of videos skateboarding. I left one of them up where I'm going down the mountain, but I had like 5 videos. Never thought of my YouTube channel again, but I said, hey, I've got it, and I'm starting to get into this knife community. So for the first 4 months of my YouTube channel, all I did was posted my silent, what you'd call them, shorts. The same thing I was posting on Instagram, because I used to post a lot different stuff on Instagram and more. But then when I did my first, I could see the analytics. That's when I got the first access to YouTube Studio. So the questions that my client was asking me, I could see the metrics that they were seeing in their platform, but I didn't have any long form content. So I had to come up in my first like 20, 50 maybe short videos are like 4 to 5 minutes. I need to go back and review those with longer just to make a catalog of stuff. I won't delete them, but I started learning about it. Not how to manipulate the algorithm, but just how, and I'm not one to check, but it shows you other people who are in the same field. You can go kind of look at their subscriber count, and then there's a website that I know about from being a digital marketer, and it's called Social Blade. Then we're going to do our giveaway. All right, I'm going to show you all this real quick, because any of y'all can go look here anytime. And it's not always accurate, but it's pulling the same data that YouTube's pulling. And I'll show you, well, y'all might lose confidence. Y'all tell me a creator you want to see. I want to go back to chat. Tell me somebody you want to look up. Anybody you want to. Me, if you want to, just tell me somebody you want to look at their YouTube account. Throw it up there. Somebody that's creating a lot of content or creating some content. Throw me a name. Throw me a name. I'm going to show you how it works. Metal Complex, good choice. Let's do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this, and I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to pull his, because I'm not going to try to. And the way I do that is I always go here, and then I just copy up here. So then we're going to go over here. I'm going to push paste, boom, search for user. He's the B, which is good. So what this shows us is he's a 70,899 creator. I don't know if this is by category. It has subscriber rank. It has video views. And this is in the last 28 days, I think. 1,1643rd creator from the US. But what you look at, what's important, is you look at their trending, right? So people go up and down. That's not uncommon at all. These are a little bit skewed, but they're typically towards the high side because it's based on ad revenues. But what you can look here is this is showing you, are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Okay. This shows you every day, 11/19, 11/20, how many subscribers he gained. So he gained 1,000 subscribers on the 19th. He didn't gain any on the 20th, but he's averaging about 1,000 subscribers a day. But what's really cool about this is you can look at future projections. And this is an ad. I don't even want to fuck with it. I don't want it to go away. I don't want to give you feedback. All right. So what this is showing you is based on his current growth, what his predictions are. They predict he'll hit 1,118,157 with about 421 million views in 1 year, 8 months. How freaking cool is that? Let me show y'all something else. And this is just to show you the other side of the spectrum. Go to YouTube. Let me go to this. Now, what I've done that has kind of put myself in a pickle is I'm posting at least every day, which I'll eventually run out of content, which is fun. I can kind of reuse or do different stuff, right? But this is me. I'm just going to show you all the down and dirty of it. So I started a little over a year ago doing long form. So I'm a B minus. I'm not a B. And I'm much further down on the ranking. But I am, because of my shorts, primarily, I'm picking up a few subscribers. And I appreciate each and every one of you, because most of them don't watch. And 90% of my videos, I'll show y'all something else. 90-something% of my videos are watched by people who do not subscribe to the channel, which I find a little interesting. Not a lot. I would just think that, and that's why I know it drives people crazy when you hear somebody like me saying, yeah, and if you're new here, I'd love it if you'd hit the subscribe button, blah, blah, blah. Nobody wants to hear that. I get it. But the reality of the deal is most of my videos are viewed by people who don't subscribe, which is fine. I mean, I'm absolutely flattered that anybody watches my shit. But let me show you this. Where can I find that metric? I've got it here somewhere. Let's go to dashboard. Let's go to content. Let's go to analytics. Subscriber, real time. Okay, got to go. Audience. Returning viewers, new viewers. All right, guys, this is just a chart, right? So the blue line are my views by non-subscribed viewers. And what it shows me is, A, my subscribed viewers are very, very loyal. And I thank each and every one of you for that, because that's huge. I don't know if y'all can see that. But this is all my loyal subscribers watching all my content. We're looking at, I think, the last 28 days, November 1st. But this is the views from new viewers. That's why I ask, if you haven't, because I know I'm guilty of it. I will be, and this shows other content channels watch. I have no desire, nothing to do with that. I do list, if you go to my channel, I've got channels that I recommend, that I watch, that are just, personal stuff, and I need to do some modifications there. But the only reason I show you that is it's kind of a weird deal, because I love fixed blades, but I have a hard time having a lot to really say about them, because I'm not that experienced with them, right? Like this little knife, for example, here. This is a Baltic Blades Angus G2, made from a guy named Paulius in Lithuania. This is his Gen 2. His Gen 1 was I bought a long time ago, like a year and a half ago, is this guy right here. And he's in Lithuania, and he makes these in his garage. And this is back when I was first getting into EDC slip joints. And this is kind of like a street razor, right? It's a package opener. This one is kind of a Slurpee saver. Just a very small, I kept it kind of appendix, skeletonized. He puts the paracord on it. But when he did the Gen 2, I picked one up right away. It was about 99 bucks. I think that was L, which was euros. I think it was like 105 bucks. But he's doing this one, I want to say, out of N690, and it's a little bigger, and he's added jimping. My point of showing you these fixed blades, because I still buy them a lot, but when I do a video on a fixed blade review that I have not much to say about, I can talk about how it cuts, I can show how it cuts, I can talk about my experience with it, cutting EDC stuff. Paulius is great, Jen. Just watch what he does. He's a cool guy. Dude, I'll send you a DM with my phone number, buddy. You send me a message anytime. I'm learning this shit. I started with a Tucson TS150 S90V for $49. That's before I got my second, was a Jacob Creates Chickadee. I've since gone down a rabbit hole because I use it so much. Today, I'm carrying something totally different. My little Civivi Typhus mini fixed blade. Non-locking, However, if you have your thumb anywhere touching this aluminum, it's as fixed as you could want it to be. But what I like it, I've got kind of narrow fingers, and you can literally, because of the way this sucks into your palm, you can punch plywood with this. And it carries like this. So I carry it on my belt. It rides a little bit high, but not high enough to hit my gut. Junior Miz, we might do a special slip joint giveaway tonight. I was watching some mods earlier. I think it was J for EDC who has now ordered a bunch of magnets, rare earth magnets, because I'm getting ready to do some Demco modding. Let me see here. What was I going to show you guys? Hit me up if anybody is just absolutely dying for a PNP Chianto. Thank you, Kaleidoscope of Knives. I appreciate you, buddy. You don't have to be a member to enter the giveaway at the top of the chat here, but we do have member giveaways every week, and I want to make sure that you enter in all those. You'll be notified when I release them. I do them Tuesday or Wednesday, and I give away some cool stuff. Junior Miz, I think I got my first slip joint, which was the Ohio River Jack, about 8 months ago, maybe 7. And before it even hit, and I didn't want it, I was fighting it, but before it even hit, I had buyer's remorse and went back to TPK and bought the old school carbon fiber hedgehog. So I had 2 inbound before I ever thought I'd have a slip joint. Now I've got a bunch. But I'm kind of moving through some of I think my best experience was through Rough Rider Reserve. You know, I really got to try out a lot, and I've got a couple of Jack Wolves. I've got, this is my favorite Great Eastern cutlery right here. This is my Northfield tool steel Bowie, made in America. Just a great knife. And then this is my new TPK exclusive hedgehog that I bought when it came out, an M390, and it's got a disgusting blade because it's been opened in packages. But I would recommend, if not this knife, for someone wanting to try them out, they make a hedgehog with the same hologram blade. The difference is it's 14C instead of M390. You can get it in my Carter for about $50, or you can get it in this carbon fiber. Let me show you, because I bought it before this ever came out. This is another good one. I'll show you this one too. So I'll tell you, this was about $30, $40 more. And I bought it kind of because I'm an idiot and bougie, but this is the carbon fiber old school QSP hedgehog. And this is Austin's fat carbon fiber custom. Mucho bueno. I would have been just as happy with my Carta. But what you've got is you've got this full carbon fiber scale, same walk and talk, same exact slicey blade geometry. Let me open the other one. Where'd it go? So they're both deep hollow grounds. If you're interested in a good EDC first slip joint, I would recommend a QSP hedgehog. If you like a bigger knife and you're coming from a traditional, like I did, where I would never have a slip joint, I've been impressed with the slip joint QSP Penguin because it was my third. It was the second actually. I bought the CRKT CEO. The CRKT CEO from Blade HQ was my first knife after I was watching YouTube videos that I bought. My second was a Denim Micarta Penguin Flipper. But this is a QSP Penguin slip joint. It's got a very stiff spring. But what I warn you about this one, and I've given away my QSP Penguin, but unlike other slip joints that are a little smaller, this is a Penguin size knife, which for me is a good thing because if I'm going to break down boxes, give you an example. This is it next to the QSP Hedgehog. So a Hedgehog is 6 3/4 inches open. Hey guys, I'm getting ready to give this away. We'll maybe have another couple of crazy things go on later. Maybe. But I definitely want to let you guys that have things to do get a chance. So all you have to do is leave a subscribe to Apex Alchemy up there. Do a solid, like his video, watch it. Leave a comment with Javon. I'm getting ready to go re-pull them, and I'll share the screen, and then we'll give it away, guys. But first, I've got to get my notebook, and I've got to go to another page because I've got last night's that I've got to deal with. So this is Saturday. I'm just writing down what I'm giving away so it doesn't get put up later. All right. Are you guys getting your last views in there? Let me go right now. And I've got to pull back up. Wait, I'm going to get this. Ooh, I've got to go to Apex Alchemy's video. And I've got to pull up this Tempest Knives video. And I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put it in my random generator that I am a Patreon member of. I don't know if that makes it better, but it allegedly lets me do Instagram. The Instagram fucks me and will not let me log in, for what that's worth. But the good news is I can filter by name. So what we're going to do is I'm going to filter duplicates, and I'm going to put the word Javon, no caps. And I don't even know if this discriminates, but I'm going to show y'all what I'm doing. Then I'm going to tally them. Are y'all feeling me? Y'all seeing what we got here? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get YouTube comments. 65. That's good, guys. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull for this. I'm going to give it. Has anybody missed out? Rob, did you get in? Did you leave a comment, buddy, on Apex Alchemy and give them a subscribe? Crazy Roach, did you? Good luck, everybody. I just don't want to leave anybody that just came in. All right, here we go, guys. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna refresh one more time. Then we're gonna go. See if anybody snuck in. Nope. Good luck, everybody. Bang! I'm sorry, Jared. Let me get that. My buddy. Congratulations, let me get that. And guys, I'll find something else to give away here in a little bit because I'm going to be here for at least an hour. Let me get that. You don't have to be in here, buddy, but I hope you are because I'm glad you won. And I hope if you're not, that somebody lets you know. I'll try to remember to reach out to you. Are you in here, buddy? I think you said you were going to bed earlier. And I apologize. I get off on tangents, guys. That's what's kind of good about when I have other people in live. Tonight, I thought it'd be different to do it solo. I try to spend more time talking to you guys in the chat. And then I just get off on tangents. And I read the chat, but it's going kind of in the part of my brain that's not telling the story. And Honey Bear, what's up? And it just, guys, I'm a conflicted individual. Let me get that. The man, the myth, the legend. Congratulations, buddy. I'm throwing my email up here. I know you probably got it. I know I probably shipped to you before, but you know how easy it makes my life. If you will just shoot me an email, tomorrow will be fine. Tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to get everything ready from Friday night and tonight. So we'll go Monday. And guys, I've got 2 bangers. And did I show y'all, did we go to Quiet Carry tonight or was that last night? Did we already do that? Did we go to look at the large IQ that's on sale for $149, which I thought was great. I don't do a lot of flipper onlys, but what I was going to show you guys, let me do this real quick. So I did a detent video, and this knife, when I bought it, I'd seen it reviewed on a couple of channels. It's the Mr. Cipher, and it came with stainless pivot collars and carbon fiber handles. I really like it. It's really light, but it's a flipper only. And the Cipher is this real thin, get my Atom. Longer than the Atom, made by Best Tech, designed by Mr. Designs, which is like a 19-year-old and his dad that worked together. But I had this in carbon fiber, and it's this low flipper only, and I absolutely loved it. It made my detents of 2023. I liked it so much, I went to his website, and they sold these titanium scales. I think they were $80. You can get either the black, there's no milling, or you could get the titanium. And I thought, well, I'll try the black because I have the carbon fiber, which is really light. Well, I really, really like them. So I went back and I was considering, even though I didn't need it, getting the Cipher D, which is this exact same knife that's super thin, super ergonomical, but it's a drop point. The same, I mean, it's just literally a drop point knife with just, you know, that's the difference. And when I got there, I saw this and remembered that I'd seen it on somebody's channel, the Zero. And I reached out to Michaela, I'm jacking up his name, but the younger guy, the designer, and told him that the reason I was considering buying the Cipher D was because I really love the D10. However, this knife looked very interesting to me too. The blade stock was thinner. It was kind of a minimalistic button lock. And he said, John, it's different because it's a button lock, which I do that. He goes, give it a try. Let me know what you think. He goes, I would, if you've already got the Cipher, I would pick up the Zero. I didn't get any discount. I bought the Zero on his recommendation. Again, a flipper only, something I don't bring into my collection, but it just struck me from the looks is a really cool knife. Well, I get it in, and guys, this has been and is a fantastic EDC knife. It's very, very light. It is totally hidden in the handle. So if I carry this to work, even though I don't have a job, it doesn't look like a knife. And this is such thin. I think this is M390. This one is, I think. Yeah, this one's M390. And they're both OEM by Bestech. But so I go back and I look at my OG winners, and I don't need a knife any more advanced than this perfection right here, Spyderco Annex. And this is on the high end of what somebody would need for a fantastic knife. I love, and the reason I have this one out here is in case Lefty comes, because I like to fuck with him with this. Watch this, guys. Johnny Quesada, thank you, brother. You did not have to do that, but I appreciate you, man. We've got another one coming up. See those little guys right there? That's my Diva Nip, and that's my Jaeger with my new zinc clip. Look at them there. And I'm not saying there was any. They look totally different when you open them up, but I think they're just a great little carry pair. The overbuilt folder on the top left, this one right here, it was a bad decision. Well, it wasn't a bad decision. It was me following my primal appreciation of overbuilt knives that are totally unneeded. And this is a PMP knives. I think they're manufactured by MaxAce. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but it is an absolute beast put together with flathead hardware. Got a flipper tab, and it's got a deployment hole, M390, huge chopper of a knife, or a shovel, or if you want to cook eggs at the campsite. It's a big titanium knife that I'm one of these guys that if somebody designs it and builds it and I find it amazing, I kind of want to vote and say, yeah, it's unnecessary, but I can get behind it because it's so freaking unnecessary, but cool. And hit me up if anybody's interested in a PMP Chianto. I will probably let this go for a very fair deal. Just because and believe it or not, as big as it is, it carries very flat in your pocket. The lock bar, because the blade's so heavy, you kind of got to give it a little hard pull. If I give it a little womp, it doesn't give me any love. But if I get the reverse flip, for me, but I've got a strong finger because I was about to say let it go over that detent. I can get it up here on top of the detent ball and give it just a little shake and it'll break that detent. But I've taken this knife apart. It's very simple. It's done very, very well. Totally overbuilt. Totally unnecessary, but it's definitely a collector's piece and a very cool knife. And then, that's what I'm going to show you guys. I'm starting to fall down the strider hole. I picked up my first PMP or not PMP, my first Strider. It was actually the Protect Strider, and it was the PT207, this little guy right here. Because I won't say the name of it, but I picked up a clone, not a clone, I picked up some other company that sells a knife similar off Amazon, caught a lot of grief for it. Thought it would be a shitty knife, turned out to be a really good knife, but it really sucked me into the design. And so the first knife I was able to find on the market new was this Protect Strider PT207, which is, my understanding, their smaller version. It is aluminum, textured handle, magna cut blade, small bug out, a little bit smaller, maybe knife. Just a great tactical one hand thundering automatic. And what I was looking for when I got that was the SNG, because I didn't even know a PT existed. I didn't know there were different sizes. And this is the Protect Strider SNG, which I guess is the PT's big brother. I noticed it has a stop pin like the Striders. This one's in smooth instead of textured. Has a CPM 154 blade. I think this one precedes the PT207, but absolutely fires open. Has a great grip, whether you're saving Slurpees, whether you're getting after it, whether you're cutting material. The price of a PMP, oil field trash, hit me up on IG. I haven't given it much thought. I'll tell you what I got it for. I'll tell you what I'll let it go for. I'm willing to trade, sell, whatever. I've got the box. I've had it. If you go watch my unboxing, I've had it maybe 3 weeks. Never left the house. Good. Are you on Instagram, buddy? People get in bidding wars in the chat. I don't want that. You can either email me if you'd rather do that, if you're not on Instagram, and just let me know what we're talking about. And I will give you a full breakdown. Here's the email, and I'll give you my Gmail or my IG too. It's they're both in my description of all my videos, but here we go. Uh-oh. See, I'll mistype shit. And then here's my IG. If I could find a little slash, there it is, IG. There we go, JOHNW. Nope. J Evans. Y'all know how I got the name Javon? Most of you do. If you've been around a while, you do. It's kind of funny. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, I've always been Jay Evans, Knife Addict Life. That's always kind of been my handle. After I changed my personal IG, because I was kind of getting out of all that, and started a knife profile under it. And when I was early in the game, I'd always be in the chats. Most people knew me. Tri-State had kind of come in and he started doing lives. And Tri-State's a dear friend of mine. He and Kara stayed with us at Blade Show 2022. I consider him a friend. And I was an early supporter to his channel, and I was in his live stream. And he, instead of say Jay Evans, which a lot of people say, which is just as cringy, but it's my fault for having a fucked up name or username, he called me Javon. Jevan. He didn't see the S. I've got ADHD too. I totally get it. Like, thanks, Javon. Good talking to you. So it stuck, just like Shane stuff. So I kind of thought, I'll go by Javon, and I did it in the chat. So when I started my channel, changed it from John W.E. 1999, like I said, that I had for 10 years, where I had some of my daughter's school videos on it. I started Javon's Knife Blades because of tri-state, and the fact that the community knows me as Javon from all of us being together in Grateful Panic's lives, in Big Red's lives, in Zach's lives. I'm trying to think who else is OCD's. There weren't as many to choose from as there were now. Cole started coming in there, Stevie came in there long before I ever did. That was one of the times played over. I was there with you, buddy. And I love Cole, guys. If y'all been with us in Atlanta, I gave him more shit, well-deserved shit. I'm like, dude, what is with the fucking voice changes? Like, I can't, and I understand this to a point. I can't deal with my own voice when I'm doing editing. So my first comeback, because I'm a hack, was why the fuck are you doing editing? These are knife reviews. Turn the camera on, talk about the knife. No, and I agree, he does it as an art form. He does it very well. But yeah, it was just it was a trip because we all went to we stayed out at A to Z's cabin out in LJ, Georgia, about 45 minutes outside of Atlanta. I say cabin, it's a vacation resort. It is freaking awesome right there on the, I mean, it's just gorgeous. So we'd retire there afterwards. I'd hope to have a lot of people out, but it was kind of a long drive from the pit and from Atlanta. But the night before Blade Show, Tri-State was going through all this gear he was going to take. And I was like, dude, did you not see Screaming Pirates video about how to get premiered? Oh, I'm going to tell you. Thank you, Rob. I'm totally lost it. I'll tell you what. But he's loading up all this gear. I'm like, dude, it's so crazy. And you're going to have a nightmare. Cole's a little guy. He's taller, but he's skinny guy like me. And Kara's, bless her heart, she's just a little dumpling tiny. So Cole's like, no, I can do it. They left early, headed out, and that little son of a bitch for 2 days carried around this mobile. I mean, it was well done. He did it. He handled it. I couldn't imagine being in a worse place. I don't think I took any videos the first year. The second year, I did a short in the pit. I just can't bring, which is bad, my nice brain to make content with the fact that I'm looking at stuff I've never seen. But the prompt in the voice changer was what he tells me. Do I buy this? I love him. He's my friend. I don't know if I buy it or not. But he told me the reason he did the voice changer was he was doing so much editing that he was being driven crazy hearing his voice back. Which I know when I used to record prank calls and stuff, I hate hearing my voice on video or audio. It doesn't sound like we picture ourselves sounding. So I get that. And I know he's got a really high voice normally, but I look at it more on the black side, where Cole's kind of researching demonic frequencies to get people more tuned in and then setting his to that type thing. Or like the most popular mid-90s porn stars voice cadence. What was that range? And then he'd set it to that. I love him knowing that's what I think. But he claims it's because of the editing. The best are live streams or when him and Kara are building Legos, because Kara makes him turn that goddamn thing off. She's like, I'm not going to be in there because it makes her sound like this, you know, because she's got a woman's voice. So she will not be on mic with him when he's got his voice changer, and he's, you know, chivalrous enough to turn it off. But I like his normal voice. I've always said, dude, go with your normal voice. Be you. But I love him with or without voice changer. Guys, I almost bought and still might. I'm not in the position to do it now, but I kind of am, but I'm really not. An XM18 Slicer Skinny full time. Fair price from a good dude. It's still in the market for me. It is jarring, Salamondo, and keep in mind, I'd heard his real voice combined 3 minutes before he came to stay with us in LJ for Blade Show. So Thursday afternoon, he and Kara both lose their shitty Cincinnati cell service when they get in the mountains of Georgia. So he gets a signal at the gate where I've got to go let him in. I think it might have been, I need to ask Demonoc, but Demonoc, I just went nuts on something the other day. Ooh, Hinder has sliced on the site. Fuck you, Scotch and Things. You're doing wrong, brother. Buy them. Go buy the slicers on the Hinder site before I get off this live, because I do not have enough self-control not to go buy one. God, I've been watching the spear points come. But anyway, so I'd heard his voice in little sugar packs, a couple of times here, a couple of times there on TV. Well, I get this phone call from the security gate where the little, or the fucking lodge we were staying in, the cabin for Blade Show. And it was cold. And I said, hey, dude, I could barely hear him. I said, stay right there. Because literally, it's 2 minutes for me to walk from the cabin lodge to the gate. So I get down there to the gate. 3 minutes after he calls, he's nowhere. So I call him, nothing, because he's got no phone service. So I happen to look down, because when you come to the gate, there's this turnoff to the right, which kind of goes up to where the creek is, where I guess you can just park if you can't get into the community. And I see his car parked down there with the passenger door open. And I go, Cole. And Kara sticks her head out. Hey, John. Kara, what are you doing? Well, Cole went up to find you. Guys, this is a road that goes, we're the third house on the left. You don't see houses. This road goes up a mountain about 800 feet. And he's now got a 10-minute head start. And he would have walked right by the driveway because you wouldn't even know there was a house there because it's a fucking mountain river community, whatever. So I said, here, back up the car. I'll let you through the gate, show you where to park, and I'll go find Cole. And she said, I can't drive his car. I don't know if it's because it's a stick shift or he didn't want a driver. I'm like, whatever, lock it up. I'll be right back. So I had to walk up this mountain road screaming, Cole. And you know how jumpy and sprinty Cole is. I'm sure he's just huffing it up the fucking mountain, going where, I don't know. I said, wait there 2 minutes. I'm going to walk down. I guess he thought he'd pass me, but he's so fast that he like jumped out and ran. I don't know. Anyways, I'm walking up, and I finally hear, John. I was like, is that a Sasquatch? Was that a baby fucking bobcat getting sodomized? And it was cold. And so our voices got closer. I stopped because I realized there was no need for me to walk any further. He'd make it back down. We were still 300 yards from the driveway that he passed. 30 minutes ago. Claire's still by herself in the car. Comes down, we see each other, we embrace, we talk. I've had like 7, 8, 9, 10 sentences with him. We caught up briefly. His voice is at a tenor. It's pretty high. He's excited. I'm excited. We go get Kara. They follow us through. I show him where to park. He brings in his knife case because we all brought one knife case. He's setting up the cabin. I introduce him to A to Z EDC, and we start talking knives. It was hardcore. I mean, I got used to it because your brain, like for so many, a year and a half, I'd associated Cole's voice with his Rochambeau voice. But I knew from the little windows I'd gotten that he actually had a Smurf voice. But our minds are funny about forgetting about that. 48 hours and Blade Show. I can't hear his normal voice. I laugh when I hear his normal voice. Do you see the zebras on sale, Scott? I was seeing if they had an Odin pattern of that little flipper. This is one of my top USA made customs. It's my most bougie without it, or my most intricate without a doubt. Scotch would probably sell me or trade me a Strider for it. He's kind of cute. Dude, I loved your video from around Thanksgiving, I guess, where you unboxed that S110D. I've got a pair of 2 in S110D, my first pair of 2 that I ever bought. Night Crazy Ropes, let me find something to give away because it's getting close to midnight, but I'm in no rush. We got this giveaway here. I would give that away, but I really dig it. Do y'all like slip joints? I've got something cool I can give away, but I should probably give it to a channel member. It's very odd. You'll probably never find it again. We have 66 people in here. Who is the other channel y'all wanted to raid? Because we can do this in a pretty quick time frame. I'm going to show y'all what this is. This is the PNP. They call it a clip, a money clip. I don't use it as a money clip. You can put your money in there and drop it in your pocket, right? I put this on my pocket. It's a box shredder. So, whoops. It has this little square. Blade. I want to say $14C28N titanium, totally unique. I bought it for about $8 at White Mountain Knives 4 months ago. I haven't seen them back in stock since. Totally unique. Use it as a money clip. use it as a box opener. Use it as you see fit. Whoops, my finger's short, but it's drop shutty. You can get the reach around if you've got a decent sized finger, but you can always get your traditional front flip. And this corner right here is a fantastic box opener. So the second random giveaway before we branch off into our Sunday morning, or hang if y'all want to. Scotch, how many subs you got? Are you guys sub to Scotch and things? I bet you're not. So OG content I watched when I first started getting into knives, and I watch them to the day. His unboxings are epic and frequent. Scotch is at 4,200 with only 640 vehicles or videos. He's killing it. All right, let's see where Rob is. Ooh, and I know Randy says, hold on, I know one we can go to. Who just crossed, who might need a little push. Bear with me, guys. This won't take but a second. We'll do this one quick. Rob is up to 300. Congratulations, Rob. If y'all aren't subscribed to Rob's Nerdy Knives, I go to his lives every week, watch his content every time it posts, love his opinions, love his style. Check him out. Sub, but we're going to go give a little love to Randy. Randy WSG has 1K subscribers. One of the biggest milestones and hardest to get to. Hard, but for YouTube. So I'm going to find a video, but please subscribe to Randy's channel. Hit the bell notification icon. We're going to look at a video called November EDC Pocket Dump, my most carried pocket knives and gear. I'm getting ready to share it and pin it in the comments. So you guys chill for 2 secs while I find my bearings. And I know I'm slow at this shit, guys, but I apologize. Combination of the buzz and all the tech. Holy shit, let's do this. Paste. Link. Hey guys, Beef for Baron and Pretty Fly just posted links too. Everybody's mods here so we can promote each other's links. That is the goal. Thank you guys. All right. So where are the comments on this motherfucker? Does he have comments off? What the fuck? Do I have to watch the ads, get the comments? Hold on. Oh, I'm on my channel. Duh. I'm such an idiot. All right, so this video has 44 comments. So all you guys are going to do is congratulate him or say hello, but put the word JUHDON in his comments and load them up now. He's at 1,010 subscribers. Let's give him a little bit of cushion. So please, please, yes, Jim, you'll just go to his channel, the one that's now should be pinned at the top. It should take you to Randy's WSG. And the video that's linked should be titled November EDC Pocket Dump, my most carried knives and gear. You don't have to watch it all right now, but definitely like it. Leave a comment. If you're so inclined, I will draw right away. Watch another video. You know how YouTube is. When a lot of people sub or come to a channel, they think it's nefarious, bots, whatever. But yeah, that's all you have to do is just leave. The only word you have to type is Jabab. That's it. And sub and like his channel, because that's the goal, is to try to help other creators get a larger platform to share their crazy shit. God, I've got a knife problem. I don't carry this nearly enough. This is a knife I picked up off NAF sale. That is a fantastic, get it done EDC knife. My little Emerson Mini A100. So everybody run over to Brother Rob's Snarty Knives. I'm going to share a video that the link should take you to. That's the video you should see when you get there. The only thing I don't like about the Mini 100, it's got great thumb studs or thumb discs, but the cutout is totally thumb discriminatory. You can't even get your finger back here for my flicky. Let me grab my 4 Max from Dave. Where's that big motherfucker? Where'd it go? All right, guys, hold on. Not meaning to show y'all crotch shots. I got to find my flashlight. Well, that's weird. No, it's not. My bad. So y'all see the video. I'm going to stop sharing for 1 sec so I can show y'all this beast. Look at the hollow and what he did to preserve the tip. And look at the evenness. I'm sending him some more. I got to find y'all some paper. Hold on. God, I picked the wrong day to sweep. Whoops. And that's a 4 Max, guys. He did my 80-10. Oh, excuse me, my 80-15. And my one of my 2 sons, the big dark one that's overbuilt. But I mean, Next level stuff. I'm glad y'all love your stuff you're getting from him. All right, did everybody get in? Let's see how many comments we got. Let me see how many comments we got. Share, copy, commenter, post it in there. Filter duplicate users. We only got 35 comments in there, guys, but I think we're probably down. We're down to 66 people. Who did the grind, Stephen? These were done by a fellow by the name of Satu Dave. I'm going to post his YouTube channel right here for you guys to look at if you're not subscribed. He does a Sunday recap of everything he's working on. He will be building, I predict, some of the baddest USA-made folders that you will ever see. That's who he should have gone and given love to. How can he only be at 804 subscribers? Guys, this guy is an OG legend, one of the kindest individuals I have met, not only in person, but on the phone, on chats, on DMs. But he was a highlight of my Atlanta trip. Please subscribe to his YouTube channel. You will not at all regret it. If you like real deal knife shit from a machinist point of view, he's one of the, I would say, catalysts that confirmed that the Devo Growler that was allegedly US made was in fact not. And he just went through the logical manufacture, because he's a US manufacturer. Guys, he's awesome. He is a great guy on Airsoft. They'll have a lot of favorites in the community, but Satu is a great. Yes, he's Scotch. He and Steve are big time friends. They trade knives. Y'all have probably traded what, 40 knives? Big boy knives. Dean, do you have it? Did you just buy it? Because I was going to buy it, but I didn't have the cash, and then I did something like almost 3 times as stupid. And that's mainly because I had the Growler V1, had the Growler V2. The Growler is one of my favorites. I do love the buzz. Yeah, but he'll talk about Scotch on every one of his Sundays. They've always got some dialogue they've been dealing with. But I really like the buzz. So I had a really good chance to buy it. I think it's 1 of 2 or 1 of 1. But something else became available. And hopefully I'll be able to unbox it and show it to you guys Monday. All right, guys, are y'all ready to see who gets the little funky ass? Let's show it again, because I know all y'all haven't commented because you don't get it. It is fucking fabulous. It is a titanium electrified fish that you've probably never seen. Money clip or pocket clip that goes over everything. Whoops. Whoops. Come on, long finger. Front flipper. It's not a chisel grind. It's just double flat grind. And drop shut. Frame lock action behind the clip. I promise it's a cool knife. If nothing else, to use for your package opener, or I don't think it has a keychain hole or a lanyard hole. All right, are we ready to pull forward? Let's see how many unique comments. We were at 35. We're now at 39. So throw me a thumbs up or two in the chat, or somebody throw me a panic thumb down if you haven't commented yet, because I'm getting ready to pull for this bitch. We've been going for 3 hours and 15 minutes. Now I'm thinking still about doing a 24-hour stream that I'm going to break up into 6 4-hour streams, so I can take little short breaks, maybe 10, 15-minute breaks in before, and then do it kind of as a knife rights focus 24 hours. So the goal would be no super chats, nothing like that. Just try to raise a little bit of money and awareness for knife rights. Maybe have Doug on, maybe have guests on. It's too much to try to schedule all the channels that want to participate by myself. I feel like I need to do something. We're talking about doing it later in the spring, but I know that they count on money every year, so I want to do something in this year. All right, we're still at 39. Here we go, guys. Let me share it. Almost pulled it without sharing. That'd have been some slicey dicey shit. Okay, can everybody see it? Good luck, guys. And keep in mind, if you don't win, keep coming back. Good luck. Who we got there? Jay Corskaden or Corskaden. What's up, brother? Congratulations. Let me get my little book, and then I'll be back in the chat. If I don't write it down, I will forget it. Petrified fish tie weird knife. And I think I've got the box for this too. And it's J. Corskaden or Caden. Is it Corskaden or Corskaden? Either way, brother, congratulations, man. I'm stoked when any of y'all win, especially look at somebody I know, like Humphreys Chimpton. Howdy, Humphreys. I don't see you a lot in the chats, but I'm glad that you're here. I love seeing you chat with people, and it's probably just because I've missed you. Same with Chicken Fried Steak. Just by being here and meeting people, and you've probably been here for fucking ever, and you're like, John, what's wrong with you? I have short-term memory loss. I went to 63 Grateful Dead shows, recovering addict, bad shit, you know. But I'm glad you're here. And since you're starting to be, you know, people will be like, oh, yeah, I remember seeing Chicken Fried Steak. Oh, yeah. So that's what it's all about, guys. I loved it at first, and I never, ever participated in lives. I would creep and listen, but I never really understood it. And it was Grateful Panic's lies that people talked about stuff that wasn't nice, which you see a lot of now. And I think it's healthy. It's men coming together and women talking about life, right? And if somebody in the chat's down, this isn't like a community where you start kicking somebody. It's like everybody helps out. The one public service announcement that's been said over and over, and I don't want to be the dead horse, but it happened again to a good friend of mine yesterday. He's a veteran in the community who buys and sells some of the coolest knives in the community. But there's scammers out there, guys. They're very good scammers. Whether it's Facebook groups where you're comfortable, whether it's Instagram where you're comfortable, whether it's Nest Sale where you're comfortable. Trust but verify. One of the things that I love about this community, that I love contributing to it, but that I've also benefited greatly from, is the kindness, the acceptance, and the welcoming nature of the community. And I never want us to lose that. That to me is what it's all about, right? We like different things. We lay on different sides of political issues. We have different religious beliefs. We cheer for different football teams. That doesn't matter. we're all drawn together by weird, sharp shit that nobody really understands. A lot of people do, but they're usually not in the knife community talking about it. They're out skinning bears. But they're people that, and I look at what I'm dealing with, and I won't go off on this tangent, but my dad's got dementia, right? And so my brother and I, in the last 2 weeks, have had to move several of his accounts to different accounts. Nothing had happened, but had to change his phone number. He had someone that had been calling him that they had changed his phone number. They didn't know he had people that were checking on him, but they were trying to isolate him. We took his car away about a year ago, and they convinced him they were going to deliver him a car. And he thought he'd set off a $30,000 check. We'd canceled it because we got wind of it. But my point is, there are bad people that prey on kind people. And most of us, I would say 99% are kind. You've got the monster racings, the shark bots, the officer of NAPS, all the same person. I don't care if he's an addict. I don't care if he's down on his luck. He's a fucking thief. He takes advantage of people. He is one of probably thousands that prey on people in the knife community and other, what would you call it? Luxury niche communities. The knife community is unique because we have always been so welcoming. I don't want anybody to not be kind, to not be trusting, but verified. We all have enough friends in the community. You can reach out to me, you can reach out to Jared, you can reach out to Lefty, you can reach out to Bees, you can reach out to anybody. There's sites that I don't use, but the guy I was talking to yesterday was going to post this guy's name that I'm getting ready to, if not tonight, tomorrow, because I was going to do it yesterday, investigate this guy using my digital marketing stuff and try to triangulate him to see if he uses other social networks. And I will freaking track him down. I mean, not to do anything, but I just don't believe it. Dean Griffin, he's just one guy. He's just one guy. The other dude, a good friend of mine, got scammed out of a considerable amount of money following what would be considered all the regular rules. If you don't know somebody, if things don't line up, we all have the deal. I'm the same way. We all want the knife, right? And these knives were priced at what you would think you could buy them for. My buddy who was scammed yesterday, the day before. But the scam was the same. Or it was a situation where he should still get his shitty reputation, and hopefully my buddy will get his knife after having to put up with a lot of grief and bullshit that nobody should have to put up with. Look at what Shane put up with when he was trying to get his Mannix 2 back. The point is, there are enough good people in the community that probably have the knife you want that would sell it to you. And there are a lot of people in the community that I know that I've just recently learned about who did me a solid, like Harka, who I've learned sells a lot of knives to people. All you have to do is ask around. So if somebody's trying to sell you a knife, night, Rob, we're about to end here too, buddy. I'm glad you're here. But if anybody's trying to sell you a knife, they're never going to take it. And I had somebody do it to me today, and I think it might have been legit, but it might not have been. Because when I said, go ahead and put it on the SL, they said, no, I'll wait. Makes me, because people know what we want. The point is, tell them to wait. You're thinking about it while you vet them. And you're never always going to be safe, but be the best. And like I agree with what Scotch and Things said in his videos. No one, me included, is going to sell a knife anything other than friends and family. I will not sell a personal knife, goods and services, because it's not a good and it's not a service. I'm not going to pay taxes on a knife that I'm selling a friend or a perceived friend. And I'm not going to put myself in the position to have someone who's a scammer get the knife and then appeal to Amazon or PayPal, get my funds locked up and taken, and they don't have to return the knife. So know who you're buying from, and the ones on that have a platform are easy targets. You know the knives we have. You know that if we stiff you, all you have to do is go say this guy's slow on shipping. I mean, it'll never happen from me. But I know in a lot of cases you can't trust because you can't see. You've seen people in chats. I was so close to Monster Racing 38 early on before I ever had a channel. I was donating him money every week. I was sending him knives. I was texting with him. I was talking to him on the phone about his problems. And then Shane reached out to me about 6 months later and said, dude, we got a snake in the community. And then the receipts started coming out. And then he put me on blast. I mean, I couldn't get it anymore. And it's just, you never know until you know. Blade shows are great because you can put faces with names, but just, you can tell. Use your gut. If your gut tells you something's wrong, I think I said this. I got scammed off a website 6 months ago, searching for a Vox Chillin'. I don't even know I wanted that knife. Deal was too good to be true. It ranked high. I bought it, $96. Friends and family. That seemed weird, but I did it anyway. What an idiot. It was gone. Never got the knife. So slow shippers suck. But before I had my little printing label and my ship station, some of the early winners of Friday Night Flicks, I had a job and I had to like box up stuff and take it to the UPS store to mail it. Most stuff I was shipping UPS. I just take it down there with my list of addresses. Shipping ship station saved my life. But just be careful, guys. Look out for each other. Vouch for each other. If you've had a good experience with somebody, or if you've had kind of a shady experience, you're not doing someone a disservice by saying, hey, they may be legit. I got my knife, but it was a pain in the ass. Because just share what you want to be shared with you, right? We don't want to hurt anybody's reputation. That's why I did my lock whack video today. I don't know if y'all saw my short, but I spine whacked my Grant gripper, which I did last night on the live, and mine just happens to not fail, right? They all have slightly different geometry if they're production knives. But I've never thought of spine whacking a particular frame lock because, in my opinion, part of a frame lock's charm, if you read Chris Reeves' meaning behind it, is when you hold a frame lock in any grip, in any real knife grip, your grip is furthering engaging the frame, right? So I don't think they should slip. But I just wanted to make a video so that there wouldn't be a rash of videos that came out trashing this maker or that maker for something that's really a non-issue that a lot of knife makers for years haven't looked at that much. But guys, it was not, I even said, I love you, G-Ball. He and I talked about it. I'm not shitting on what he did. What he did was a great service. MC called him out with just much love. And he wanted to make sure that there weren't other copycats that were trying to get clicks to draw drama to certain makers or knives. Because the bottom line is frame locks, if you don't have anything backing up the frame and you're tapping it, I think it's all over the board what might fail. But guys, I love you all. We've almost hung out for 3.5 hours. I appreciate those of you that stuck around. Sorry we don't have a couple more giveaways. I just didn't have a lot of time to think tonight. But we will next week for Friday Night Flicks. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you guys. Monday night, Mondays. Hopefully I'll have my banger come in. But I love you all. Please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. And as always,